Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Go Elks, bringing you the Round Valley Elks and the Page Sand Devils? Sand Devils.
Sand Devils.
All right, here in the Dome tonight. Things are looking good.
Who's ready for some Friday night lights here in the Dome?
All right, let me figure out what that artifacting is. Let me see if you can see that on the stream. All right, joined by Mr. Scott Madrid tonight. He's helping me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dome. Let 'em know
Mr. Holiday, thanks for having me back in. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Just trying to make sure everything's on and happy.
The Elks take the field. Riley Harlan pulling out the Round Valley Elk flag, leading the Elks through the tunnel.
There we go. Getting into an early start tonight, which means we had less time to get rolling. Trying to get my instant replay screen set up. Yep, that one's live. Okay.
We would like to welcome any Page Sand Devil fans that may be tuning in with us.
your Round Valley Middle School music
Appreciate your
and art
support.
teacher.
Spread the word to friends and family.
If you would please stand and remove cover.
Indeed. All right, we're going to get with the national anthem.
Thank you, Miss Clough,
Absolutely
Round
outstanding
Valley Middle
rendition.
School art
Manner.
and music teacher.
Fantastic.
Captains for your Round Valley Elks, number 3, Riker Marble. Number 50, Armando Garcia. Number 77, Keanu Clark. And number 54, Trayson Merrill.
Captains for Round Valley heading out for the coin toss. Tracy Merrill, Keanu Clark, Pablo Garcia, and Riker Marble. Round Valley coming into the last two games of the regular season. They will be both home games for Round Valley.
Indeed. Interesting enough. So looks like we're ranked the same on both Max Preps and what is it, AIA 365 or whatever that website is.
Yes.
We're sitting right at number 9, which is one spot out of a home playoff game, first round.
And the Elks will receive the opening kickoff. We just had an opportunity to listen in to the coin flip. You are right, Ethan. We are right on the bubble, seated at number 9. We absolutely need these last 2 games to keep us right at that level and get some help somewhere right above us to be able to get a first-round home game coming up in 2 weeks.
All right, so people at home saying if we could turn you up just a little bit. So I'm going to try that there on Scott. Wes cranking the music out loud. Yeah, it would be great to have a first round playoff at home. But we got to win out if we're going to pull that off.
We absolutely have to win out to be able to pull that off. Tonight's game, I fully expect the Elks to come out prepared to be aggressive early and actually to win the game. That's my hope anyway. Paige, I had a chance to watch them over against Blue Ridge at the beginning of the month, and I was surprised. They threw the ball better than I thought that they would throw the ball. I have never watched them play before, but they have a quarterback, number 14. Looks like he's getting ready to tee up the ball to kick it off. Colin Joe. He threw the ball well. He was slippery. He got out of the pocket quite a bit on Blue Ridge. They moved the ball pretty well between the 30s. Blue Ridge was able to keep him out of the end zone for the most part in that contest, but we're hoping for good things this evening as the Elks need this victory tonight to be able to get them right on the opportunity for a home game with that first playoff game.
Indeed, and visiting with the traveling team's radio station, they said that they've been switching back and forth between 2 different quarterbacks because they like that passing attack, but they've had some up and down performances from both. And so we may see 2 different quarterbacks tonight.
I saw another guy out there, number 12, Connor Shirley maybe, throwing the ball, and he threw the ball well. He's a little bit bigger than the other young man. So Connor Shirley, Colin Joe, a little bit bigger. They're going to do a quick kick, and actually looks like they're going to.
Going for the onside kick.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
number
that
80.
is one way to start
Brian
a game
Acosta
off.
Gets the ball, returns it for a touchdown, Round Valley.
I wasn't even prepared with the Trail Riders touchdown button. That's how fast that happened.
They kicked it, it looked perfect, and I expected him to jump on the ball at the 50, and something happened there, and I missed it.
It just squirts right out, and he just scoops it and scores. Oh, my goodness.
That'll make that young man's night.
I mean, gutsy call coming out, onside kick, but man, when it blows up in your face like that, it cannot feel good. Man, not the start of the game. The Sand Devils, I'm going to call them the Sun Devils all night. I'm already apologizing. Not the start they were hoping for, I'm sure. Oh.
The kick was, the snap was a little high. Marble.
And that's caught by number 12. Is that
Brody Ziegler?
Brody Ziegler with 2 points.
That was a nice throw and catch right there.
Fire.
Riker just kept kind of floating back because of the pressure coming, and was able to find Ziegler in the end zone.
Yep, I don't think that was planned because it came in hot, and he double clutched it on the hold and then popped up and went to scrambling. Well, there you go. That'll do it. And that's how we kick off the Treadmasters first quarter. Is 8 points on the board for Round Valley, 11:52 on the clock. 8 seconds, 8 points, a point a second so far. I doubt we'll keep that pace, but it's been enjoyable to this point. My goodness. Well, now it's Round Valley's turn to kick off to the Sand Devils.
Flores back to kick off for the Elks. And he's going to boot it down right about the 2, and it bounces off the player into the end zone, so they'll get the ball starting out at the 20.
There you go. Got hands on it, and they slipped right through, went in the end zone, and they whistled it dead. I already hear Wes thinking the same thought I'm having was, hey, I know if it goes in the end zone, it's a touchback, but if you drop it and it goes in the end zone, isn't that like a live ball? And apparently not, because that's not how they called it for sure.
Sand Devils are going to come out in spread formation, which is what most of the high schools are running. They're going to fake the handoff. The quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to get stacked up. Looked like Clark was there first. Pablo Garcia come in there, and Brody Ziegler in on the tackle.
Nice. All right, so loss of, what is that, 3 on the play? Not the start they were hoping for. I feel like I've said that 3 times already.
Round Valley starting out in their 3-man front. 3-4 defense. They bring those linebackers off the edge, which really can make it a 5-2. They're going to throw to number 4 out here for Page. Number 23, Brett Jordan in there on the tackle. Number 4, Ashton Penrod, the senior for the Sand Devils.
Yeah, looks like they picked up about 2 yards on the play, which is going to make it 3rd and 11 from their own 19. So far, not getting a lot going. They had some blocking, but the Elks rallied to the ball and made that stop.
Down line one for the Elks, Pablo Garcia, Keanu Clark, Noah Dana down on the line, snaps in, number 14. We got pressure coming in, he gets hit. He dropped the ball.
Nope.
Not. Keanu Clark in on the sack. He got bounced around quite a bit, but they kept him within the pocket.
Yeah, it looked like 65 got a shot on him, kind of flushed him towards 77. He had to step up into that. We'll see if we can catch it real quick. Yeah, he powers through. He gets the first hit on him and flushes him right into 77. Keanu Clark.
Elks look like they're thinking of bringing pressure on this punt.
Kick is up, high punt. It's going to get to about the 40, bounce.
Definitely take a Sand Devil roll.
Well, still excellent field position for the Elks to start working here in the Treadmasters first quarter. There we go. So, we'll see how the Elks fare on offense. It's nice to have points on the board and not even run an offensive play yet. It's a comfortable position to be in.
I'm still not sure about that kickoff. What happened there?
I mean, look at that defensive line for the Sand Devils.
Oh,
they
they're
are
big. Yeah, they have some size to them.
They do. My goodness. All right, Elks from the shotgun. They had number 2 in the backfield with him. Quick pass out to the left. Was that Brett Jordan?
Brett Jordan looks like he's going to pick up 3 yards.
On that reception. Yeah, I was trying to see who the back was, and they are starting with Clark tonight.
Yeah, I don't think that we're going to see Gage Baker at all. I don't think he's actually dressed out this evening. We will see Riley Harlan switch in and out here.
get some relief touches.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we got 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left, tight end right side. 1 in the backfield from the shotgun. Looks like an audible at the line. All right, Marble's, he's getting flushed from the pocket by number 62. He's winging it downfield. Oh my goodness, was that Riley? No,
I
that's
think that was
24.
Jordan Elmer.
Jordan Elmer trying to get his hands on it and couldn't quite get turned far enough around. So that's going to be incomplete. This is going to be 3rd and 7, looks like to me.
So last week I had the opportunity to go and watch Snowflake and ALA play. And ALA is a throwing team. They have one of the best throwers in the state. They came out and they ran the ball on Snowflake and made Snowflake kind of question their defense, pulling out linemen, putting in. Anyway, they pulled they were calling it at the line, which reminded me on that last play.
He fakes the handoff to the right. He keeps it up the middle. He's got plenty for the first. Looks like he's going to get an extra 8 yards. Is that how an extra 7? So that's going to be a run of about 14 yards for Riker Marble up the middle, faking the handoff left, keeping it up the center. We'll see. Yep. Getting some good blocking downfield, making a good read, cutting it back to the inside. Riker Marble.
He's pulling on his pads. I wonder if he got the air knocked out of him on the way down. Sometime landing on that ball, you just get a little
hiccup.
Little hiccup.
1st and 10 for the Elks, 35-yard line. Marble from the shotgun.
Handoff number 2, going right off the center to the left. And it looks like it's only going to be good for about 2.
Kyle Clark coming in doing the heavy running for the Elks so far this evening.
Yeah, man, when he gets a little bit of room to get some momentum, he's dangerous and fun to watch.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit for us to kind of get used to these linemen. They're pretty big. Getting our blocking assignments and opening those lanes, they'll start to come.
Oh, my goodness.
Clark busted out to the right side for a pickup of about 13 yards.
Yeah, I was trying to do the math. That was a solid gain once he hit that outside area. Let's see if we can catch that on the White Mountain Regional Medical Center instant replay. Yep. Riker faking the pass. High snap. He gets the handoff to number 2, Mr. Clark. He looks like he got, back to the line of scrimmage? Maybe a yard?
Yeah, they're going to give him
a yard. Okay. 2nd and 9 from the Sand Devil 21.
The Elks calling the play at the line again.
Riker taking the shotgun snap, looking for the end zone, bobbled. I think it's like he pulled it in. They're going to call it a touchdown. Is that Elmer? That was Brett Jordan. Touchdown. You got to remember that Elmer's got the pink socks on tonight. That'll make it a little easier. Let's see if we can catch that again. Getting plenty of time, stepping up. Oh, man.
Flores back for the extra point. Kick is up and good.
Yep. All right. So that's 15-0. Here with 6:33 left in this first quarter. That's a lot for the Round Valley faithful to cheer about. My goodness. Quite the hot start for us tonight.
It's what we needed. Get out, get early, get things rolling, because we need to take care of business for sure this evening.
Indeed. Speaking of trying to take care of business, did you know that Booga Reds is working on getting DoorDash delivery available in Round Valley? How exciting is that?
That's awesome.
right? And they want to shout out, they've got locally raised beef for their burgers and tacos. And reminding you, you can order those pan enchiladas for your next event. Booger Reds. Probably one of my favorite breakfast burritos in town.
Love Booger Reds. Flores on the kickoff. He's going to drive the ball back about the 2-yard line. They're going to pick it up and actually run it out this time. He's having trouble seeing that number. Number 4, I believe, Ashton Penrod, a senior for the Sand Devils.
Indeed. What are you expecting to see out of the Sand Devils on this attempt?
I think they're going to stay with what they do, and then what they really do is they throw the ball. I know on the last time they came out, they threw in a couple run options to us, trying to keep us off balance. Ultimately, I think you're going to see them throwing the ball this evening.
Well, we'll see.
And they have that. They got both of those kids that play that quarterback position.
One at quarterback and one at running back.
Yeah.
So.
Number 14.
Ooh. So well covered, look like, by the Elks.
Thing I like about this opportunity 2 weeks before, the regular season, we don't see a lot of passing teams up here on the mountain. We'll run a spread formation, but once we get in the playoffs, you're going to face some teams that really throw the ball well, and this is a good opportunity to get them corners and secondary some hard work.
Yeah, especially because as I looked at the replay, sorry I didn't throw it up there, but number 1 cut that route up the middle. He got over the top of the coverage.
He was open.
He got wide open. Number 1, who looks like a pretty fast kid for that Sand Devil team, and so, but your quarterback's got to have time in the pocket to notice that. He made that check down and that throw outside because he was already under a little pressure.
Looked like that was a throw out to number 16, Denali Sag, a junior.
Yeah,
for the
off
Sand
of
Devils.
his hands.
Same with split formation or spread formation, they're going to call false start.
That's traveling.
That would be traveling in basketball world, and
All right,
it works.
traveling.
False start, offense, number 4, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
It's really cool when the white hat mic actually works.
That sounds good.
He was a chatty Cathy there for the opening kickoff for the coin toss.
He explained it well. Looks like Clark's wanting to come up on a blitz. Back to pass, and that.
Ooh, hit as he threw.
I missed that.
Empire signaling it was actually touched at the line, but he was hit hard as he threw. We'll see if we can catch that on the replay if we have enough time. Let the stream catch up. Let's see here.
Yeah, it looked like he stepped into it, and then that ball just fluttered.
Oh, yeah, he got hit hard trying to deliver that pass.
Back in punt formation.
Oh no,
they
it's on the
bobble
ground.
it,
It's on the ground.
and they're going to tackle him right at the
on
1
the
yard.
1 yard line. Oh, disaster for the Sand Devils.
Who was that making that initial hit for the Elks?
Oh, let's see.
Was that Kinley or was that Keanu back there?
I'm going to see. Let's look at it. Oh, is that number 8, 2, 5? 8, number 8.
Kinley Caldwell
Indeed.
applying pressure. Elks right up, ball on the 2 yard line, spread formation. Riker's just going to run it right up the gut and score.
And he walks into the end zone. That's good for another Rail Riders touchdown. Elks in business early, up 21-0. 5 minutes, 55 seconds left to play in this Tread Masters first quarter.
Flores on to add the extra point. Kick is up. It looks good.
With 5:55 left in the first round, Valley Oaks
All righty. That's what we like to see. Off to a hot start tonight.
The JV made the trip up to Page on a Wednesday, and they didn't get off to a hot start.
No? How'd that game go?
They looked like they just took a 5.5 hour bus trip, and they had a hard time getting it going. The kids were big on the other line for Page. They were big kids who kind of struggled. We got the victory. But tonight, boy, right out of the gate, we've done well.
I mean, do you feel like maybe that's what happening with this Sand Devils team is that long trip is kind of quenched the fire coming out of the gate?
It's got to have an impact when you drive that
That
far.
far, yes.
Pablo's out there doing the, I'm not even sure what dance he's doing. He's getting ready for the kickoff, though. They're going to bounce this one down in there. Number 4, once again, going to take the ball, Ashton Penrod.
Alrighty. Now, I haven't looked at the AIA website where they've posted the brackets already, but I'm pretty sure they just invert the first 16, right? So 8 gets 9 and 1 gets 16.
That is my understanding. They do something funky, which we'll get to here. Page is going to hand it off to number 10. He's going to get almost to the outside. Got a couple flags coming in on the play. Aiden Nix, the senior running back.
That's a big boy and some good hard running out of him.
I'm not sure what the flags were. Blocking the back, holding. But yes, they have a funky system, and the hard part is you read Division 4, 3, and 2, and sometimes they get mixed, but the division winner for each section or region has to get in. And so sometimes that can mess up the placements, but I think all 5 or 6 division leaders are in.
Are represented.
They're
in the,
represented.
top 16.
And then they'll just invert it. 1 plays 16, 2 will play 15 and on down.
All right. I didn't think about that, but yeah, that is in fact a rule. If you win your division, you're in the playoffs. Makes sense.
And it's a great opportunity for the Elks if we can pick up a couple wins and hopefully get 8 or 7. I think it'd be fantastic if we could get to a 6th spot, because if you look at the following round, typically your 8's going to play number 1. We've already played number 1 so far this year, and I just assume play somebody else before we got to the semifinals.
It'd be nice to have 2 games, but we will have to see.
Page is going to come out with 3 split to the left, 1 to the right, 1 running back. Number 14 is going to drop back. Throw the ball out there to Connor Shirley, number 12, and that is coming from Colin Joe. They're going to pick up about
second 11.
Not even sure where they started. I was watching these 3 on the outside. For a short gain for the Sand Devils. What is a Sand Devil? You tell me that. I thought about that today. I'm not sure what that is.
Isn't that like a little mini tornado deal?
Is that like the Tasmanian
like a dust devil? I don't know.
So it looks like we got somebody uncovered. Riker's now going to slide over. Cover number 1. Right down the middle, number 30.
Man, it looked like he had 2 defenders and split them.
Trayson strips the ball out and goes running the other way, but they're going to say the play was dead. They did this exact same thing to Blue Ridge. They just kind of would get these 20, 30-yard plays, pass plays that you would think they're not going to get that on us, and they would. The quarterback is just, he can put the ball in there for him, and these receivers find a way to get open. Talked a little bit about the defense. It looks like on the line we got Pablo Garcia, Keanu Clark, Noah Dana. There's your down lineman. I'm going to hand it to number 10 straight up the gut, and he's going to pick up about 15.
Man, he's a big boy, and he runs hard.
Number 10, Aiden Nix.
Hey, Sand Devils thinking, hey, let's make a game out of this.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm all for it.
On the corners, we've got Riley Harlan, number 4. We have Dallin Walker, number 11. The safeties, we've got Riker Marble and Brett Jordan. Linebackers, Tracy Merrill, Kyle Clark, Brody Ziegler. There's a number I can't see that I will get here in just a minute. It's going to be a handoff again to number 10.
Oh, this time Matt Hart at the line. He's going to get maybe 1.
Somebody took his legs out from underneath him. That looks like Keanu getting up off the bottom of the pile there. Kind of stopped him from going.
Yeah, it looks like that rinse and repeat play up the middle ain't going to work twice in a row, so they're going to have to at least try and spread it out.
Number 21 on the roster is listed as Joel Hernandez. Seemed like I saw on a stream, maybe it was last week, so they were saying there was maybe that name wasn't full or wasn't correct. We'll have to look for that.
Indeed.
Quarterback drops back, and he's going to throw to number 4. He was there.
Yeah, and looks like it came off his hands. Ooh, flag in the backfield.
We get a late hit.
Yeah,
I watched the
that
ball.
might be a roughing the passer. My eyes were downfield. Yep, roughing the passer on Round Valley. That'd be good for 15 yards and a first down, I believe.
Sure, Page will take it however they can get it. 3:20 left here in the first quarter.
Indeed.
Personal foul. Roughing the quarterback. Defense, number 65. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Result of the penalty, first down.
No, was just trying to give him a hug.
Noah being flagged for the extracurriculars on that one. Sand Devils going to come out in their same spread formation. 3 to the top, 1 down here to the bottom. Going to hand off again to number 10.
Breaks the tackle, keeps on moving. Gainer about 2 yards on the play, second and 8. Sand Devils.
Yeah, he's a solid young man. He's putting the hurt on some people when they're coming up to put the tackle on him.
Indeed. Get some close-ups, some of that running action down in the trenches.
The student section wearing pink. 928-251-0005.
All righty.
Don't call.
See if we can pick up some of the Sand Devil players as we go through here. At center look like 76. Dakari Black going to snap the ball. They're going to fake the handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it, but he's not going to get. There's another flag. I don't know if that's a holding or a face mask.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on that. Face mask on the defense.
That line judge, when he come running in, he was pretty quick on that face mask motion, so kind of gave it away.
Face mask. Defense, number 77. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Result of the penalty, first down.
Man, that's 2 on this drive. That's definitely helping them out.
Yeah, that's something the Elks are going to want to clean up if they're going to want to stay ahead in this game. And he forgot to turn his mic off.
Yes, he did. 14 back to pass. Now he's getting pressure. He's going to slide out of there, sidearm it right to the end zone. They're going to give him a touchdown.
And that's a touchdown.
Number 1, Kyun Tate, senior for the Sand Devils.
Yeah, well done to avoid the pressure. It's getting outside the pocket, delivering a strike. So, we have a place kicker, or are they going to line up for 2? Any ideas?
I am not sure about the place kicker situation for them. Look like they're going to go for 2 here.
Yep, swapping out number 10 in the backfield for number 3. Maybe opting for some speed? Question mark.
And straight up the middle, and he is hammered. Keanu Clark coming in with the shoulder and knocking him down. You got that on the replay?
I do. Let's go ahead and cue that up. Boom! Well done, Mr. Clark.
So we on that play or on that drive, we had a few hiccups. We gave them 30 yards and penalties. They took advantage. The quarterback being slippery, throwing that sidearm pass to the outside, snagging it for a touchdown. So Sand Devils are on the board. Round Valley leads 22-6. 2:17 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, if you're coach down there, you're saying, hey, get your heads back in this game. I know we scored 3 quick ones, but we got to keep on this team because they're here to play.
They are here to play, and it's not going to surprise me if they try that little pooch kick again here. Looks like we have our hands team in. We're expecting it this time. We're bunching up close. kind of an interesting formation. They have one guy split to the top and to the bottom, right out to the sideline. Everybody else bunched. We'll see if they split out, spread out, or if they just kick it from here.
Yeah, they're running a hybrid hands team.
There they go.
Connors row to kick. It's going to travel about 15. Elks are going to take it from their own 40 or 41.
They pooch it again. Jordan Elmer kind of fair catches it, kind of just catches it and falls to his knees on the 40.
Yep. Well, excellent field position for the Elks to start this drive. See what they can do. 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. Looks like he is joined in the backfield by Clark. Elmer and Jordan down at the bottom. All right, call and play at the line again. Oh my goodness. Handoff off the left to number 2. He squirts through that hole and gets a bunch of yards.
About 18 yards on the pickup for Kyle Clark. He's fun to watch.
Oh my
He gets
goodness.
out there. He ran that. He did that spin right there at the end.
Yep.
Actually a little bit early. Didn't matter. Fantastic play. Good pickup for Kyle.
Oh man, I don't know how he got out of that hole, but when he did, he was off to the races. All right, Marble's rolling to his right. A little bit of pressure. Oh man, had Elmer right at the sideline, ended up throwing it a little too tall. He jumped, got some fingertips on it, but that was all. Overthrown ball.
It's
Not
always,
able to bring it in.
always hard running or trying to throw back against the grain. Riker being a left-hander, that makes it for a tough throw. But it gets him out of the pocket, kind of helps to get away from that pressure coming.
Indeed. So, 2nd and 10 from the Sand Devil 41.
Second down.
Man in motion. Ooh, he fakes the handoff. He keeps it up the left side. Marble.
First down and then some, still on his feet.
Oh, man, that's good for about 15.
About 15 yards. I think if he'd have cut out instead of following his defender, he may have had an opportunity for the end zone. Either way, Clark took a hit. That defensive end came across, made sure that Mr. Clark did not have the ball.
Yeah, fake the back that was coming in motion across the formation. Keeps it going off the other side. Catch the defense sleeping just a little bit.
Empty formation once again.
Rolling to his right. Throw. No one near him. Oh, that's Elmer in the end zone for the touchdown. That was an easy throw, an easy catch. I mean, by the time he caught the ball, the nearest defender was maybe 3-4 yards away still. Rolling to his right. Nice and easy. Boom. Yep.
They've been looking for this side coming out this side a few times in this first quarter. I'm not sure what they saw or trying to exploit out there, but we finally struck. Flores back for the extra point.
Good hold, good snap. All right.
Brown Valley able to answer the score from the Sand Devils and come down, drive the field, and then cap it off with a 25-yard touchdown.
Well, if you keep scoring every time they do, that's an easy way to stay ahead. I'll give you that. All right, big shout out to another one of our sponsors, Backwood Tees. Hey, if you need a custom shirt made, go down and see Backwood Tees, backwoodtees.com. They do embroidery, screen printing, and can create a variety of custom apparel. They even do hats and patches. Backwood Tees for all of your custom apparel needs.
Flores with the boots, get a bounce on the 23-yard line. It's still bouncing.
He's kicking it around. He better pick that thing up.
Yeah.
He's going to split. Ooh.
Breaks through a tackle or two, gets back.
And still back to the 20. Okay. It looked like he was hoping it was going to roll into the end zone, and it just wasn't going to. Begrudgingly picked it up, made it back out to the 20 anyways.
What's that number? I think that was number 18, Trace Whiting. Kept him from squirting down the sideline on that kickoff.
I believe you're right. That's what at least, hard to tell from the replay, but it looked like it was either a 10 or an 18. So I like number 10 or number 18 on that one.
So it looks like they're going to hand the ball off again to number 10. And either there's not the room that he was getting on the first couple of handoffs, or running's not as fun because he kind of did the sidestep instead of direct up the middle or up the hole like he was doing on the first couple handoffs that he was taking. Down lineman doing a great job there closing the holes.
Oh, he was trying to take that outside, and
Get back, caught in.
that end was staying home and forced him back inside. And unfortunately, there was already traffic coming, so he just never got much momentum going there, Scott.
So we got 3 split to the bottom. We're not splitting out 3 on our defense. They're going to go again, throw it down the sideline.
And that is, maybe if he was 35 feet tall, he had a shot at that one.
That's a bit much, right? Like I have to feel like
Just a bit high.
I would think just kind of watching the young man that they would get to him, but he is so slippery. He seems to just get out of there, get rid of the ball. Sometimes he's throwing, sometimes he's just running it.
Yeah, it seems short for a quarterback, but he seems to use that to his advantage.
8 seconds left in the first.
Pressure's on again.
Ooh, hit by
Pablo.
number 50 in the backfield.
I think Pablo's going to get credit for the sack, and I think number 21 came in there and made Joel Hernandez. Looks like we have the Sand Devils back to punt. Got a 4th and about 14. Ball just over the 15-yard line.
All right, White Hat blowing the whistle for the start of our Arizona Choice Insurance second quarter. Ooh, it doesn't go very far.
It's going to get out about 32, somewhere in there.
Looks like they're going to give him about 36. 37?
Yeah,
Really?
I was thinking-
Okay, that's generous.
5 yards off. Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's the other 5.
Now it'll be interesting to watch if we're playing this well. If coaches are going to leave them until halftime. I think
Indeed.
he will. Or if they'll start doing a little bit of subbing early. I don't know.
I mean, at least on defense, like you're saying, that's invaluable to get some good pass coverage on before playoff football starts. Not a lot of throwing teams on the mountain. Still Marble in the backfield by himself. Quick dump out to Brett Jordan. Oh, he's making a miss. He's got 11 yards. There's a flag way in the back.
He got 11
in the
yards.
territory of holding.
And he worked hard, but that's going to be coming back.
White hat is already making the signal for an Elks hold. So I believe that one is coming back.
I like that play, though. Quick little throw out there, let him run. It's an awful lot of work for whoever the wide receiver is out there having a block.
Yep. Which I believe is who ended up drawing the flag. Because the O-line was essentially, that was the receiver on that one, because the O-line essentially was running it like a screen. They were really letting their guys through. That quick dump off out to the flat.
Not really seeing any difference in the offensive lineup this evening. Looks like we're playing the same guys that essentially we've been playing. Pablo wasn't in last week at Winslow, and he's now back. It's good to see him out there at guard.
Let's see what Marble does. He's by himself back there. Quick throw to Brett Jordan. He's got it in the flat, made contact, fought for another 2 yards. That's going to be good for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. Which is going to be first, second, and about 14 looks like.
Brett Jordan right, Brett Jordan left. Try him one side. If it doesn't work, try him on the other side. He's a great athlete, and so absolutely coach has to find ways to utilize and get the ball to him. So the Elks looks like they are kind of going the way of the rest of the teams as far as calling your formations at the line, calling the play depending on what the defense does.
Oh, he holds on to it.
Did he get hit in the head? Something looked weird about that.
It looked like he got kind of kicked in the face as the defender was kind of running by. Let's see, we're getting close here to the replay. Oh, yeah, it looks like he caught a knee on the way down.
Yeah.
That'll wake you up. All right, 3rd and 12.
Sure, a good chiropractor would come in handy after a hit like that.
Hey, Winslow, hook our boy up, you know what I'm saying? Another quick throw. Oh, had Walker wide open and just overthrew him a little bit.
We definitely, Coach Bach has identified some areas that he thinks he can take advantage of.
Yeah, we're definitely getting guys open. If we can get the throws into those lanes, I mean, they're getting a lot of space because it looks like the Sand Devils are opting for a little bit more zone than man coverage and reacting to that ball a little late.
Yeah, that's deep safety's having a hard time getting over to the sideline if they're handing off at that corner safety. Somebody jumped.
That's a big jump.
I'm going to say it was Page.
That was a head start. Are they trying to figure out who went first? Nope, it's defense. Okay.
Yeah,
he was so excited.
If they are playing a zone, then the corners are going to be sitting on kind of the sideline 10, 15 yards, then they're going to stop. And if that safety's not over the top, there's an opening right there. We're going to do a field goal, 52.
Flopping personnel, my goodness. All right.
52-yard field goal. So far tonight, Flores has been kicking the ball well. Let's see if he has an opportunity to put this one up and in.
Good snap, good hold.
That was a fantastic kick. I'm not
sure.
sure.
I think it's good.
I think.
Oh, did it go wide?
Just a little left.
Oh my goodness, so hard to tell from up here.
That young man.
I thought it was good. He had the distance, easy.
That was a fantastic kick. Good placement. Just missed it. He's been such a boost for the team, the 3rd-year senior kicking. Just a little bit wide left on that.
Yeah, you see it on the replay. It's just a little. From where I was sitting looking at it, it looked good.
Sometimes,
As Mossness would say, we got to get some taller posts.
sometimes when you're trying to kick the far ball, you kind of just
Rip it.
rip it. And that one was just a nice kick right there. What are we doing? Giving the
Yeah.
ball on the 20?
They get the ball in the 20. That's a high school thing, I've been told.
There's much discussion about that going on up here. But
I know,
we're
I
gonna
can already
move
hear
forward.
howdy. Why they get it on the 20?
So we got 2 split to the top, 2 split to the bottom, 1 in the backfield with the quarterback.
It's high school. Yep, they can't run it back, and they get it on the 20 if they miss.
Not sure what. I think there's some confusion about both sidelines about the placement of the ball and if we're in the right spot.
Yeah. Hey, nobody knows.
Paige wants to know. We want to know. It's our advantage. We'll take it.
Yeah, hey, Dan. Text me, call me, Facebook comments, it all works. I haven't even checked. Man, I'm so bad tonight. I don't even know if he's watching. Janelle, there has been talk about the Discord channel. We technically have one, and so we're just considering opening that up to the public and using it. I'll get on Wes and we'll try and firm up a decision in the next week or so. Because I agree, I would enjoy using Discord.
Looks like coach is going to make an explanation to both sidelines. They're not coach, but the head referee about the placement of the ball.
Mr. White Hat. Well, the boys just kind of chilling.
If Wes would cue up the music, I'm sure there'd be a little dancing going on out there like they have been most of the evening.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to start an ad read, but it looks like we're about to get started, so I'll just hold off on that.
Going to hand it off to number 10. Off the left side, he's going to get about 2 yards.
Yep, Matt Hard brought down.
Tracy Merrill there helping the young man up. It's good to see the sportsmanship.
Yep, a lot of good rallying to the ball tonight, something that I feel like the Elks kind of struggled with early in the season. They'd get one guy on him, and he would get a hit, he would fall off, and it was enough time for the runner to get going again before someone else would get on him. And glad to see we're getting better on those. Rallying to that ball.
Fake the handoff and throw the out, and he's going to
In and out of the hands.
off the end of his fingers, number 1, Kayun Tate.
Yeah, that would have been good for the first down if he could have hauled that in. Unfortunately, just not quite able to. And we got a second. Let's watch it again. White Mountain Regional Medical Center instant replay, and their ad blocked it. That's okay.
Sand Devils back to the line. Going to take the snap, drop back to pass, throw it to number 4.
4 got hands on it.
That's-
Who had the hit on that?
That is a tough spot to put. That was number 4, Ashton Penrod for the Sand Devils. Tracy Merrill coming up. It's a little high, so he's extended, and he has an opportunity to take a hit from a defender. That makes your receiver not want to give your quarterback a Christmas present.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's 11. He was blending into the giant black and gold emblem.
Sand Devils going to get another punt off. It's going to drop around the 46.
Picked up 46-yard line. He's pushing.
Well, about 5 yards. A little extracurricular out there between Keanu and number 4.
And I've
and
seen flags.
it's going to draw a foul.
Okay. I didn't see it. I looked down.
The best part about that, Keanu got a flag for unsportsmanlike. The best part about that, he recognized it, gave the kid a pat on the head, made a mistake, we're moving on. Referee just checking with Keanu, making sure everything's good.
Personal foul. 7-7. 15 yards from the penalties. First down.
All right. White Hat must have been explaining to Keanu what he saw, what they didn't like.
Wow,
Yeehaw.
that's loud.
I like the heavy breathing into the microphone. That's all right. He's reaching down to turn it off. That's the commentary you guys really want. All right. 2 in the backfield for the Elks. I thought he handed off to the left, but he keeps it. Goes right behind that bunch formation where his blockers are. And that's good for about 4, looks like to me. 2nd 6.
You're not the only one who thought he handed off. I was watching Clark coming
I
out
know.
here on the run.
I'm like, oh my goodness, it's going to be a big one. And it was not. I was fooled. Or maybe I'm just a fool. I'm not sure which.
Looks like they're running a variation of a bunch formation off each end of the line the last 2 plays.
All right, dropping back to pass. He lets it go. He's got 23 out in the middle. That's caught. Oh my goodness. That is excellent pass play there. That Brett Jordan.
Brett Jordan on the reception. Looks like we're 26, 27-yard gain.
Nice. Well done. Reichert to Brett Jordan. 7:28 left to play here in the Arizona Choice Insurance 2nd quarter. Elks up 29-6. Elmer way down at the bottom of the screen. Can't quite see him. Bringing the man in motion. They hand it to him. Gets some tough running yards. Gets 2 yards, gets hit. Fights for another 2. That's good for 4.
Harlan saw that the running was going to be tough there, so he just kind of held on to the ball and stuck his head down, pushed through.
There's crosstalk on it. Don't worry. Just listen for Ethan or somebody talking to you.
All righty. Riker joined in the backfield by Mr. Clark.
2nd 6.
Elmer wide to the left. 2 receivers in tight. Oh my goodness. Touchdown, Mr. Ziegler. That was big.
Brody Ziegler, 25-yard touchdown pass from Marble.
Indeed. Lined up in that tight formation. I think the Sand Devils thought they were going to run it. Instead, we got releases. Not a Sand Devil within about 3 yards of him.
Flores back to add the extra point. It is up. It looks good.
It's good.
So it looks like they're attacking the Sand Devil safeties on the sideline and up the seam, making them make a decision on where they're going to play, and wherever they're playing, we're going to attack the other spot. So it's a great scheme there by Coach Baca and the Round Valley Elks coaching staff, looking for those opportunities and pushing the ball down the field.
Yeah, one thing I think they're seeing is once he gets guys running up the field at him, he's not continuing to gain depth. He's not staying over the top, and that's a problem. That's what really opens up the middle of the field. He's looking at the sidelines too much. He needs to maintain that depth. I mean, when you're in single high like that, you got to be the deepest guy.
Okay, so we are starting to see some of the early subs that I thought about. Looks like on that far side, number 22, Brenton Walker. See number 1 out here, Kellen Greer. 19, I think that is Jose Leon. Four is going to catch the ball back around the 3 and bring it out. Might be the 4.
To about the 22, first down.
Looks like the Elks are going to stay with their starting defense, giving an opportunity for some of the younger players to get out there. the kickoff team. Sand Devils, he's up under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Stack, number 10 is ultimately going to get the ball.
Ooh, looked like he lost it at the end, but scooped it right back up.
But it's not going to help. Keanu Clark in there.
Indeed. Hey, it's wood cutting time. If you need your steel chainsaws, parts, chains, bars, any of that jazz, go to see our friends down at Cowboy Up in Midtown Springerville. They got you covered. They got animal feed. They got what you need. Go see Jeff. He's the man.
He is the man. Back to pass. They're going to throw down the center of the field. I thought for a second it was overthrown, but that receiver closed in on the ball. He got hands on it, and Brett came in at the last moment, just gave him a little nudge, which is enough to help him not catch that.
A little extra G-force on the spine there.
Well, he'd probably appreciate taking the hit from the backside instead of the front side on that.
Indeed.
Sand Devils coming out in split formation again. Quarterback back to pass.
Ooh, lots of pressure. Number 54.
Ooh. Number 4 makes the catch, and Brett Jordan drops the hammer. It looks like they're going to give him enough for a first down, but he hit that kid and drove him into the...
Yeah, that was a solid hit.
I think Mr. Jordan was a little excited on that one.
He was pretty jazzed up.
Watch that reaction.
Lots of pressure. Number 54. Boom. He gets up. Whoop-bam. I like it. Elks fired up tonight.
Back to pass again goes Page. Quarterback is...
So it looks like they're going to get a holding call on Noah. It looked like where they were, the white hat was looking when he threw that. Noah was trying to get through. He got a lot of pressure, even with 2 blockers.
Noah was trying to straighten his jersey, so he may be the place that gets called.
That's what it looked like to me, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Holding. Offense, number 64. 10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Dang close. Oh, they had a illegal formation.
So we're coming back out with split formation for the Sand Devils. 1 back. Number 14 still throwing the ball back there, Colin Joe. Backs up, he's getting pressure. Here comes Tracy Merrill, and he gets...
Oh, ball's out, ball's
up.
out. Well, they
Trayson
must
got
have
him.
whistled it early.
Trayson got him on the backside, and Brody Ziegler cleaned him up in the front.
Yeah, he got up kind of slow. That was not a gentle hit.
Once again, kiddos,
We're going to watch that one again. Oh, off the edge, unblocked. Forces it into the other man. My goodness. Not a comfortable situation to be in.
I think we're actually going to have an opportunity now to watch the other quarterback, number 12, if that's right, Connor Shirley.
Yeah.
Fling the ball a few times for him, see how it goes. Shirley takes the snap. He's back. He's
Oh, my goodness. I do not know how he hung onto that ball, but he did, and that's good for a mile. Still not a first down, believe it or not. A yard short. That's going to be 4th and 1, right? Or is it 3rd and 1? I've lost track of all time in reality. I can't believe that
think
catch.
It's 4th, but no, they got it
That's
listed
third?
a 3rd.
Oh, that's because holding on the first one. That's why I'm off it down.
I think I figured out why.
Because that's a replay of
I think
first
I figured out why 14 is the quarterback. I mean, he threw a nice ball. This guy he can move. But I don't know how that ball got there. Gonna just hold on the ball right up the middle, number 12. It's gonna be enough for a first down.
He's going to get sandwiched by Brody Ziegler. And is that Noah Dana? Yes, sir.
Connor Luker in playing linebacker for the Elks. He got a sandwich of his own. Dakari Black taking care of business, taking Connor out of the play.
Race will not involve shoes. You will need to have your shoes on.
You can
sorry.
put your shoes back on there, Ethan, I guess.
Indeed.
Sand Devils going to take a timeout. We have Round Valley up 36-6. 2:51 left here in the first half.
My goodness, what a game. Well, nothing left to do but shout out some more of our sponsors.
They're going to stay in their two split formation. Number 12, Connor Shirley, back to receive the snap.
First and 10 for the Sand Devils.
A lot of pressure. He had to pull it and creep up.
Down by a number of Elks defenders.
I don't blame the young man. He's a little nervous back there. He knows the pressure's coming.
Yeah, we're bringing lots of pressure off the edge.
Start heading down.
Just forcing him up the middle, and it's not much better in there.
And over by the end zone. All the way over there in the corner. Off the field.
Looks like we still have our starting crew out there, but I do see Connor Luker out there getting some playing time here within the last couple plays. Number 10, he's got some pink socks or pink something over his taped shoes. We're going to get to the quarterback again.
Number 12 still with it.
Oh.
Trayson's wanting that ball. That's the second time tonight that he's felt like he's had the ball and an
Yep.
opportunity to run and score. Number 21 for the Elks, Joel Hernandez. According to the roster. Gonna get a timeout.
Timeout Round Valley.
1:57 left in the second quarter.
Well, good. We'll just give another shout out to another one of our awesome sponsors. Altitude Hyperbaric Chamber, altitude.life. Hey, hyperbaric oxygen therapy sessions. It's a 1-hour session, pure oxygen below sea level pressure. That's going to increase your body's ability to function at optimal performance. Hey, it's great for injury or surgery recovery, strengthening your immune system, many other health issues. If you're curious about it, hey, give them a call or send them a message and see what Altitude can do to help you. Sounds like something cool. I don't know if I'd get claustrophobic doing it, but I'd have to go check out the setup. I guess I need to go look at it and see.
Yeah, I think once you got in there and set up that you'd really notice that after a couple sessions.
Because I'm a big boy, and I know when I get an MRI, it's a little cozy.
Look
So-
up and that scanner's about 2 inches over your head.
Yeah, and they tell you it's a whirling magnet of death. You get a little nervous.
Sand Devils back out with a third down and about 17, 18 to go. Shirley's going to take the snap. Same formation split. One running back.
Hit as he threw.
Intercepted by Riker Marble about the 42-yard line.
Oh, that was
I'm not sure what
not
happened.
a block in the back.
Did Brett get a block in the back right
Yeah,
there?
he hit him full on in the front. And now we got another flag.
Uh-oh.
Looks like it's going to be a possible sideline warning. Yep, I just missed the replay for you guys, but it was not in the back from where I was standing. And on the replay,
So
but looks like he got hit for it. So
the quarterback got nervous, started to run, decided against it and threw the ball up and just overthrew his receiver. Marble was playing behind the guy, was able to pick the ball off and take it back, but there's some infractions going on there somewhere. Somebody did not like that block that Mr. Jordan put on there. Helmet to helmet contact. Unsportsmanlike. So is that going to be 30 yards and penalties on that? Blindside.
23. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike act, number 3. Both penalties will be enforced.
That will be a 30-yard.
Unsportsmanlike on Riker. Didn't see what happened, but refs didn't like it.
So on the one hand, I really like the enthusiasm, the emotion that the kids are showing in playing. Ultimately, they're going to have to get that cleaned up as we move forward to the playoffs because we can't have those 30-yard swings on that type of a turnover. Against better teams, it just makes it tough. Jordan's out here shaking hands with number 1, just saying, hey, just playing football.
Yep.
I've seen that a few times tonight. It's good to see that the boys are able to do that.
Yep, they're passionate, they're fired up. It's not resonating well with the refs, but trying to keep it friendly on the field as much as they can. All right, number 3 alone in the back. He's dropping back, gets the ball out pretty quick to 23. All that yardage we just got back, he made a guy miss. Well, my goodness. That's a lot of yards,
I'm
Tony.
sorry, Ethan. I was watching the play. I didn't watch starting spot. I didn't watch any of that.
So it was at the 15. It's going to end up on the 37. So
So I'm going to say 48 yards there.
that's 48. Yep. Hey, that's how math works. I like it. All right, he decides to keep it. He faked it to Clark heading right. I followed him for the first few seconds. He kept it sneaking left. Defense wasn't fooled. He went out of bounds after a gain of about a yard. 1 minute, 21 seconds left in this Arizona Choice Insurance second quarter. Elks looking at 2nd and 9 on the Sand Devils' 36-yard line.
Do a double split formation again, and we're going to attack down the field.
I was about to say, we're going to try for that touchdown, and if not, we might see another field goal attempt. What
They're going to
was
get us
that?
on the legal procedure. They're trying to get Brody right up the middle once again.
False start.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. Please put 124 on the clock. 1, 2.
I'm pretty sure it's 121, but I'll take 124. Yeah, see, Wes is echoing my sentiments. He thought it was 121, but hey.
I think we're going to go right back to it. I think we're going to attack right down the center of the field again.
Yeah.
Number 12 may back off a little bit on defense, but I think they're looking for an opportunity to press these safeties.
Got it to
Ziegler
Brody.
is going to get out around the 21-yard line.
Yep. Good throw for about 8-9 yards, and then a good run of about 12 after that.
Yeah, about a 20-yard pickup on that. Not quite. I guess they're going to give it to him at the 23.
Okay. So we'll shave a few yards off of that, but still effective catch and run.
We're going to roll out.
Rolling left. He's got Brett Jordan open at the 12-yard line. He's going to pick up another yard after contact.
Jordan was wanting to cut back and just going to get the footing, and he just went on down.
Resetting the chains, starting the clock. Round Valley already on the line, trying to get to it in a hustle. Rolling right.
Right side. Red Jordan.
Oh,
Jordan
refusing to go
left,
down, and
Jordan
that's good
right.
for a touchdown. Excellent throw, excellent catch, excellent second effort after contact. Refusing to go down and punching that bad boy in. Let's look at that again. Up to the flat. 4. Sand Devils trying to bring him down and just being stubborn and refusing to go down. Oh, got a little shaky cam down there.
Flores back to kick. Ball is up. It looks good.
Yep. Good snap, good holds. Haven't had any more issues since that first one that got a little away from Riker. All right, 44 seconds left. Elks getting ready to kick it off. Been a fun game so far.
Definitely what we were looking for on the Elks side. I'm sure the Sand Devils were not. We're hoping for some different results, but for the Elks, it's a good thing for them. They needed a performance like this in the first half at least. I expect some substitutions in the second half to kind of change the way this game looks.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting a sneak peek at the shortstop stats. It'll be fun to talk about them at the half because they are looking juicy for the Elks.
Flores set to kick off. He's going to drive it down to about the 5-yard line.
Ball on the 6-yard line.
Number 4 getting the ball again. Going to bring it out to about the 26. Number 4, Ashton Penrod. That young man has been put to work this first half, returning kicks.
Indeed. All right, we're going to see anything other than the old victory kneel on it? Get into the half?
We'll see. I expect them to run a play, but they may not.
Take a shot downfield, why not? You get 3 of them.
They're going to keep this other quarterback in. Connor Shirley, give him some experience. I think they're going to run some plays for the young men.
Yeah. 3 bunched up to the right.
Sandals number 12 from the shotgun. Pass left side.
What a throw out to number 10. Nice pickup of about 20, 22-yard line. Who's that? Who's out there? Is that Jordan?
He's trying to take himself out on the sideline. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but I found it humorous.
It's
my apologies.
Fantastic, the field that we have to play on.
Yep.
But the edges are downright sometimes scary.
Yes, indeed.
And you got room on that far sideline. If you hit on this near sideline, you got a wall underneath there.
Oh, my goodness.
Sand Devils coming up. Got about 29 seconds left in the first half. That was a sweet pass by the quarterback on the last play.
It
Let
really
him just
was.
enough. Kept him in stride.
From the shotgun, one in the backfield. 12
He's got pressure this time, stepping up. He avoided it. Ooh.
I'm impressed by that quarterback.
Yeah, he kept that play alive.
He's moving. He can move around the pocket. He throws the ball on the run, puts it basically where he's wanting to put it. However, both of them appear to be seniors, according to the roster.
I almost wonder if he was looking for the guy in the middle of the fields and ended up closer to the guy who was down the sideline. But hey, either way. Try to step up in the pocket. There's pressure there. He's trying to set his feet and get a throw off. He's still on his feet. My goodness.
Young man is working to get that first down, and somebody on the sideline just took a shot. Number 21 is Keanu all right back here?
He's looking slow to get up.
Did he get hit?
It's just when he went down,
Hope he didn't
trying
twist.
to drag him down.
Hope he didn't twist that knee.
as do I.
Number 21 for Round Valley, Joel Hernandez, I think took a whop on that sideline. Keanu's going to come out. Joel's going to come out for this final play. We're getting ready to go into halftime, give them a chance to collect their thoughts, see how they feel.
Is that blindside, helmet to helmet? What was that?
Well, he's pointing at the head, so I would say helmet to helmet, but we didn't get the microphone that time.
I know.
Here we go. I was wrong.
Yeah, well, he tried. He fiddled with it. In his defense, it's a small switch.
Under 3 split. See, we're going to see some kind of a rollout to this side maybe. Just chuck it down the sideline and see if they can just catch some yards.
Number 12 scrambles right side, scrambles left.
Well, it looked like he was over the line of scrimmage. No matter, pass incomplete.
Well, my goodness, that's going to bring us to halftime festivities, which are going to be brought to you tonight by LeSueur's Advanced Automotive. Hey, if you need work done on your vehicle, go down and see Aaron. Aaron and the crew, they do good work.
They will take care of you as you need to get back on the road.
Sorry, I was watching our sideline help running with that camera, and I was at a loss for words.
Was you getting a little nervous there?
I was a little nervous.
Looks like we have another halftime events lined up. It may not involve shoes tonight, but I think it's going to involve some racing.
Yeah.
Probably get an opportunity to enjoy the cheerleaders before all that.
I guess we will see. First here, let me pull up our shortstop stats. My goodness. So I know I can't show them to you at home, but we're going to go through them. Elks offensively, we got 77 rushing yards, averaging just under 6 yards a carry, 5.92. We've got 194 yards in the air, averaging 14, just almost 15 yards a pass. So it's been wide open in the air. The Elks defense, 6 sacks, 1 interception.
Applying the pressure is the defense.
Indeed.
Applying the pressure is the race. I'm not sure what they're lining up for. The flag football teams, I guess, for Round Valley taking the field.
Yep. So Brody Ziegler's got 44 yards receiving. Brett Jordan, 140. And Jordan Elmer with 10. Riker is our rushing leader at 41 yards, followed close by Kyle Clark with 32.
Think they know where they want to go with the ball when they're throwing?
Indeed.
The Elks come out strong. Getting the ball on the onside kick, running it back for a touchdown. Number 80, Brian Acosta, listed according to the roster. Picking the scoop and score on that kickoff, catching him a little off guard. The Elks muffed the snap. Riker was able to roll out, make a throw. They converted on the 2-point conversion, so right off the bat we were up 8-0.
All right, that's what I thought was going to happen.
I'm just going to wing it. We're just going to see what happens.
Oh, Wes cracking me up from here. I don't even know what he's talking about, but he's getting excited. All right, is this the dance team?
That's the dance team, so we may have to take an opportunity to fill in while they're taking care of their
Doing what we
presentation.
can.
So what were some of your thoughts of the first half?
You know, getting off to that hot start and then having that series of letting the Sand Devils just drive it all the way down the field, making some silly mistakes, getting those penalties, helping them out, getting them in the end zone. glad to see the Elks woke back up and start taking care of business again, because you know, that could have been a big changing point, but instead taking it, marching it right back down the field, answering that score, saying, hey, no, we're back in this. We got our heads back in it. And been playing hard.
They've been playing hard. They came out hot. They're up 43-6 here at halftime. You know that the coaches are going to keep in their ear, keep in the pressure. It was glad to see them bounce back after Page was able to score that touchdown and keep the pressure up. I'm not quite sure that we're going to see that in the second half. We might see a little coming out of the gate, but I suspect it's going to change. We'll start seeing the changes pretty quick.
Yeehaw. April Eager. Is that the dancing coach? All right. Where is that button? Hey, big shout out to the Davises helping us out with stats tonight. Doing a great job from what I've seen so far.
Fantastic job. That's a tough job to do. I have failed at that often.
Sideline camera steady if we're going to use it.
So some of the other notes that I wrote down about first half. After we scored that initial touchdown, we kicked the ball off to them. We held them, and they went to punt the ball and mishandled the punt.
Oh my goodness.
And we tackled them back on the 1 or 2 yard line. And so just right off the bat again, they had the opportunity to punch it in. And Marble just ran it in for a 2 yard score. Just really giving us the momentum early in the game.
Led by Coach Stephanie Taylor. All right, kiddos. If you are in first, second, or third grade, line up on the 40-yard line. If you are in first, second, or third grade,
now here come the kids.
to the 40-yard
And the race will be on. Is this an airplane race? or
This is a paper airplane throwing contest.
That is awesome.
How awesome is this?
That is awesome.
All right, so they're going to line up on the 40. They're going to try and throw to the center of the Round Valley emblem. Whoever's plane lands closest is the winner, is what I have been told.
Mr. Pena appears to be the judge. He's going to stand right there in the middle. Whoever can hit him. Oh, they're going to put some of the seniors
out there. There we go. Spread them out.
wins the prize tonight. You got it right there. Whoever's in the pink shirt, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are.
Skyler
Appreciate you though. Thank you.
Willis standing in the center. He is the bullseye for the young kids.
So with your feet right there, when I say go, you're gonna throw, and the closest one to the middle wins the prize. First and second, third graders, are you ready? Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's see who's the closest.
Ooh.
Who's the closest? We're gonna have to step it off. If it's that
They're
close.
stepping feet off. Look at that.
Oh, oh.
To the middle, the center bullseye of the situation. Okay?
All right.
I think he's a math teacher. I think we can trust him.
I don't know if I trust that math teacher.
Let's see.
Just kidding, Mr. Pena.
Tell me on the radio who won.
Sicily's the winner!
I missed the name. What did he say?
Sissel?
Everybody pick up your paper airplane.
I'm assuming that's not right because
And sixth graders to the 35.
it doesn't sound right, but I don't know.
Fifth and sixth
That's just what I heard.
to the 35-yard line.
Hey, congratulations. Blue shirt, blonde hair.
Fifth and sixth, line up.
Oh, they got to go even further back. They're getting serious. So did they make their own airplanes?
I'm not sure even.
Or is this like a standard regulation airplane we're chucking here?
Skylar Willis is the
I am not sure.
Everybody is trying to give a paper cut to Skylar Willis. Hopefully nobody succeeds. All right, 4th, 5th, and 6th, line up on the 35. All right, 4th, 5th, and 6th, same game. Closest to the bullseye. 1, 2, 3, throw!
Oh,
That one's pretty good. There's two.
that's pretty close out there.
Man, there's
wow.
there's 3. There's actually one to his left as well. My goodness.
Mr. Pigney's going to step this off once again.
Grade, line up on the 30-yard line. Everybody else with a paper airplane to the 30-yard line. If you have not thrown your airplane yet, to the 30-yard line. One more time, Stephen, who was that?
I've heard the name, and I've heard it twice, and I'm not sure who it is.
Collins the winner.
Whoa, whoa. Way to beat Colin. Coleman? There we go.
There we go.
Coleman Pettit is the winner.
Coleman Pettit coming up. Is that the 5th and 6th graders in that group?
30-yard line if you have not thrown yet.
Tell you what, if I was
Hurry out, guys.
standing out there for the 7th and 8th graders coming out, I might get something to hide behind. I don't know if there's going to be a dart or something in there, the rock is going to.
He's going to win if he's the only one.
You think there's going to be some extracurriculars?
There's only one?
There's one.
We have. Oh, we got a few. We got a few from the 30.
Do we now?
I only see one. Okay.
Oh, there's 2. We got 2.
We got 2.
This is a head-to-head duel.
That's a long way to throw a
Is this way?
paper
This is
airplane.
between 2, and then there were 2. All right, here we go. One, wait,
Oh, there's some others back there playing around, not realizing what's going on yet.
Wait, did you mean me?
again, you're trying to throw the bullseye. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, throw!
Oh, didn't even make it in the circle.
He looked serious on that throw. Whoever that is, number 4 in the jersey, threw it a little hard. He just did a nosedive.
Price is the winner!
Whoa, whoa.
Thank you for everybody that helped out tonight supporting. Tonight is high schools, future business leaders of America. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, we got about 7 minutes. Get you a body ring.
So what kind of adjustments are you anticipating in the second half?
From the Elks, I mean, I think it's time to maybe start rotating in some younger players, get them some good playing time, get them some reps. You know, as we get ready for end of the season playoffs, you never know who you're going to have to call up and rely on once injuries and fatigue become an issue. You know, got a couple players. You know, I'm thinking big number 77 kind of with that little bit of a limp. Hey, let's go ahead and get him some rest. He's done what he's needed to tonight. Let's rest that knee and try and get him ready for Blue Ridge next week.
It's nice to see, you know, usually we talk about adjustments from half to half. It looks like the Elks came out with a definite game plan of being aggressive in their passing. They saw something in game film that they wanted to work on, and they've been aggressive throwing either down the sideline or right up the seam to the tight ends or a slot receiver, and they've made those safeties really work in this game. And I'm not sure that we've done, I mean, we've always kind of led with the run,
Yeah.
led with the option, led with the quarterback doing something else, and then fed off of that. But tonight it seems like right off the bat we were aggressive throwing the ball.
Indeed, you know, I think they've kind of noticed that the secondary for the Sand Devils is just playing a little flat-footed, you know. They caught them sleeping, getting guys in behind them. I don't think they're used to the speed or the passing attack that Round Valley's come out with tonight. And to be honest with you, we've had some good long throws, but we haven't had a lot of this really successful underneath quick pass to the outside to the flat that's been as successful as it has tonight.
Elmer's been 1 for 3, right? From my brain, caught the third one, 1 for 3 right now. For longer passes, again, Elmer's always 20-plus yards, right? And so I definitely agree with you there.
I'm looking at the schedule here, and they haven't played Sholo yet.
Final game, right, next week.
Yeah, so they have not seen kind of this speed issue. Now I do know, because I was at Blue Ridge, they have seen kind of the throw running that Blue Ridge had. I'm not quite sure that they stack up with Sholo yet, but there's a young man at quarterback that we're going to talk about in Blue Ridge either tonight or next week. He's a freshman, and he doesn't play like a freshman. So this may be a little bit different look than what they've been seeing throughout the season, speaking of the Sand Devils and the attack that we've kind of put on them with the passing game.
So Blue Ridge at home, guys, as we finish out, you're talking about Sand Devils ending with Sholo next week, Round Valley ending with Blue Ridge at home. It feels like it's been a hot minute since Blue Ridge has been here. COVID, we were going to play them away twice, I think. Yep. And so it's been 3 or 4 years. We were 2A. We were 2A before then. I don't know the last time we played Blue Ridge in the Dome.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
And we have to have that game. I know that we've come out and we've executed well here. We're going to finish this thing off, but next week is going to be just critical for those boys to come in dialed up. And I know that Coach Hathcock, win or lose tonight, he's going to bring those kids in ready to play.
Yeah, it's interesting to see us kind of dial up this passing attack, because while I couldn't get any stats for how Blue Ridge moved the ball on the Sand Devils were very effective in the air against Blue Ridge. They had 170-plus yards, I think.
Wow.
They threw it well. Now, Blue Ridge, they ran the ball. They have a running back that's kind of a smaller guy in status, Jace Barton. And that kid runs well between the tackles. He's kind of small. He can hide behind the line. But that quarterback, that freshman quarterback, he throws the ball well for a young guy. And they just kind of did everything to him. Ran it, threw it, and it was a challenge for him.
All right, guys, well, let us know your predictions in the comments. What do you guys think is going to happen in the second half? What adjustments are we going to see from both teams? What are the Sand Devils going to try to do a little bit different? What are the Elks going to come out and do a little bit different as well? We got about 2:45 before kickoff here in the Dome as Round Valley hosts the Sand Devils of Page.
Oh, hey, important update. They did, in fact, have to make their own airplane.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
We were wondering if it was a standard regulation airplane, pre-folded, or if it was a build your own.
$1 got you the piece of paper. You Sharpied your name on it, and then you did whatever you wanted to it before we put them on the line.
So in reality, could you just crumple it up? And
I've seen Liar Liar, right? A goose. So I use this same game as an icebreaker for teams when I'm doing trainings and stuff, and there's always one person that's just like, I'm done. But it ends up being a funny thing. Like, we joke about it when it's their turn, because I have them on their paper airplane write something about themselves, and then we throw it, and then people have to guess whose plane was whose, right? And so it's kind of fun. But good little halftime, good little fun thing really quick. So fun that the kids want to jump in there during halftime. Tonight, just unfortunately a lighter showing here in the Dome.
It is a lighter showing. I'm not sure if it's the game or the time that's kind of thrown us off.
Combo, possibly.
Time of year. Deer hunt started today.
Deer hunts are starting today. People are getting wood in, Stuff's got to get done before it gets cold. Because did you see potential snow on the radar for Monday? You seen this?
I saw it on my my little weather outlook, and then when I checked later in the day,
it's gone now.
It's gone.
It's gone. I thought about it. Snow, I see rain Sunday, snow Monday, and that was earlier today.
Yeah.
So, guys, I got to head back over to my other microphone. You guys are in good hands as we get ready for the third quarter, but wrapping up the LeSueur Advanced Automotive. Huge thanks to them for bringing halftime goodness here in the Dome. Hope you guys are having a good time. We're hanging in there for the second half right here.
I wonder if it affected attendance when they tuned in. They were planning on being here maybe 15 minutes late, and we were already up by 20-some-odd points.
Well, I'll just watch the live stream. I don't know. All right, you guys have a good second half. We'll catch you after the game.
All right, good luck, Wes.
Turn down 3.
All right, I'm excited.
I wouldn't be surprised if we come out, keep our starters in on offense, try to score again, put that up to that 42-point differential so you can get the running clock and then start subbing. I may be wrong on that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do that.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm already seeing some new personnel in on the kickoff team.
It's time for second half football. Here we go.
And that
Oscar
will-
Gutierrez, number 78 out here. I'm not quite sure who that young man is. Haven't called out his name. Trace Whiting, he's been out there. Pablo Garcia, number 50. Armando, they call him Pablo as I understand. We got number 7, Oscar Seth. He's been in and out. 21, Joel Hernandez. Far side, 80, Brian Acosta. And on the far outside, I think that's
Into the end zone.
Walker. Number 22.
It's number 8 on this side.
Number 8, Kenley Caldwell.
Number 18 or 19, hard to tell. 19,
19 would be Jose Leon.
Jose Leon. And number 22,
22, Brenton Walker.
there we go. I think that's most everybody.
Looks like we still have our starting defense out there.
Yeah, 77 on the fields. That was a terrible prediction by myself.
Keanu says, I'm good, let's go, coach. 3 down linemen for Round Valley. They're going to take the snap. Drop back to pass. He's looking right over the middle.
Yeah. 21 had a shot at it. My goodness. Tongue, don't fail me now. We got a second half to play.
Connor Shirley is staying in at quarterback for the Page Sand Devils.
Alrighty, 11:55 left to play in this Sierra Propane third quarter. Hey, if you haven't done it yet, like and subscribe the old channel on the YouTubes and the Facebook.
They're sneaking up those ends on both sides, looking to put pressure.
Ooh.
Keanu comes through, slams him down.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be sack number 7 on the night for Round Valley.
Keanu is putting up the, that's mine. That's my sack right there.
Indeed. Let me go back. Let's see how many have been attributed to him tonight. Defense.
He has been active tonight.
All right. Keanu, that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 3 for him tonight, I believe, once they get that updated. My goodness. Busy night for him.
We have a couple of seniors that are entering the final weeks of football. Keanu being among them.
A bittersweet time.
Split through the bottom side, one to the top. Going to roll out, and they're going to throw down the sideline to number 4. He's going to make the reception, get it out to about the 48-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 35?
A bunch, yeah. Where'd they end up? At the 51? From the 14 to the 51.
A little bit more, 36, is it? Am I off there? Nice throw and catch by Shirley.
5.
Throwing it out to Ashton Penrod.
Numbers, I'm scared. I blundered into this sentence and I want out.
Number 10 taking the handoff, taking the ball over the left side. He spins out of.
Refusing to go down
First
after the
tackle.
initial contact. My goodness.
Picks up about 2.5.
He is a hard runner.
This is kind of what they did to Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge would go out and score and kind of get up on them and then think that the game was done. And Page would come out and throw, get some long passes on them, but put the pressure right back in them.
Wake you back up, keep you honest. So the head coach for the Sand Devils, I believe he graduated from Holbrook, played for Holbrook, is what I've been told.
Have to take a look at that. Just looking at the name. Number 12 back, Shirley. He's rolling around trying to get away from pressure, and they're going to get him again. That one's going to be Pablo Garcia on the sack.
With help from numero dos.
Kyle Clark coming in to
Kyle
assist.
Clark. I like it.
So
Very fancy.
the coach for Page, at least listed on the AIA website, AIA 365, Leland Billy as the head coach.
I was getting my information from the radio station. The local radio guys came out, hanging out with us up here in the press box.
Back to throw is gonna, ooh, Riker jumped that route and was just a half a step behind it. If he had picked that ball off, I'm sorry to tell you, but there was nobody out here that would have caught him.
Yeah, and that was well short of the receiver to begin with. A good 2-3 yards short with Riker undercutting that. My goodness. Looking at the replay here. Boom. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that would have been pick 6 territory. All right, 4th down. Going to see what they decide to do here. Looks like they're going to go for it.
I think they're at the stage in the game where they're going to go for it.
Hey, might as well.
I think the Elks are going to bring pressure once again. Trace Merrill from the top side. Oscar Seth gets a hit on the quarterback, but he gets the ball out. Throws it out to number 5?
Yeah, it's going to be really close to that first down marker.
Shane Begay.
Oh, I don't think he got it. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
If it's on that marker, I think they're going to give him a first down, and they motion to move the chains.
Oh, my goodness.
Roll the dice, and they come up positive on that throw.
Hey, way to keep the drive alive. Short dump off for positive yards.
First and 10 for the Sand Devils.
Shirley handing off to number 10, Aiden Nix. Trace Merrill looks to be at the bottom of that, and that could be Brody. That is Brody Ziegler.
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but keeping the defensive lineman honest only works if you gain yards on those run plays. Usually more than just 2.
You're not wrong on that one.
Because if they're pinning their ears back and going, and even if you're handing it off, they're still making the plays. It's not going to make them think twice just yet. You got to burn them for one.
Back to pass, number 12. He's
Plenty
gonna
of
roll out
time.
and chuck it down the sideline. I think that's going to be picked off.
That one is intercepted by.
Marble about the 5-yard line. Oh.
Oh, actually stood him
That
up,
is-
kept him up.
That's crazy. Riker's going to bring it back out to about the 40.
I was just waiting for him to cut upfield and see daylight. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Oh, he's just fixing his socks. Oh, good. I was like, oh, no, is he hurt? But he's just.
So he took that one hit, I don't know, with the 25-yard line. It kind of spun him. He was able to go back to the sideline and make 15 more yards.
Yep. Looking at the end. He landed on the ball. He might have kind of
He's holding that.
souped his sails a little.
Yeah, he's holding that again, saying,
I got to quit doing that.
twice in one game.
All right, Riker joined by Mr. Clark in the backfield. He's off on his left. Let's see what they go with here, if they're going to try running the ball or continue this successful air attack. He's going to hand it off. Clark, right side, big hole. That's good for 12 yards, looks to me.
Number 4, Ashton Penrod. I kind of hate that tackle. I hate that style of tackle. When they get pile drive on their head down into the ground.
That kind of elevate and drop them down.
Yeah, it just
doesn't seem all that safe.
back in the day, they weren't always concerned about safety, but in the way that they play now and the rules they put in, that may be some opportunity to look there. And I also hate the one where they can pick the kid up over their back and slam them on their head and shoulders.
Yep.
Anyway, Elks are back on offense at the 48.
Another handoff, left side this time. He's got a blocker in front. Noah, Dana Kyle Clark is going to break that free.
I think he gets in. Touchdown.
That is good for the touchdown. My goodness, what a run. Mr. Clark. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Fun part about that is watching Noah Dana leading the way out here. And he gets to a point, Kyle says, I'm not following you anymore. Cuts it up inside, and it's down the sideline.
Indeed, my goodness.
Flores back to kick the extra point.
Snap a little high. They got it down.
Riker was able to go up and get it, put it down. It is good. Round Valley is 50. Page 6. 6 minutes, 29 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Oh, thank you to Sierra Propane for bringing us this action. Hey, big shout out, another one of our sponsors, Pioneer Title Agency. Hey, they have the approach that's professional but not stuffy. Strong commitment to service. They know how to do the right thing in every situation. They love Arizona and work very hard to strengthen the community. I know I use them every time I need some title work done. If you need some title work done, go see our friends down at Pioneer Title Agency. I swear that building's been so many different things over the years.
The change has been made. Starters coming off the field, coaches patting them on the shoulder, on the helmet. I think we're going to see the changes. Flores to kick off, and he's going to do a line drive down to around the 11. Bring it right up the middle, number 3.
Oh, my goodness.
On the races. Kellen Greer is going to catch him at the 20-yard line. Number 3 for Page, Jimmy Alvarez. He's a senior. Right up the middle on the return.
Well done, number 1, saving that touchdown. Good effort, good effort. And I see some starters. I see all starters.
I see all the starters. Kellen is a freshman.
Yeah.
By the time he's a senior, you're going to see some fantastic plays out of that young man. He is fast.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, he hawked him down, didn't he?
Looks like Marble is out as safety. Getting Elmer some time in there. Everyone else, well, Connor Luker's in at linebacker. They're going to do a cross handoff there. Ooh. Keanu Clark is going to throw him to the turf with some force.
He threw him on the ground.
He might have knocked the air out of number 3.
Yep.
Jimmy Alvarez taking a moment to get up there.
All righty then.
Maybe he didn't appreciate being told, hey, you got to go back out on D.
Maybe taking out his frustration. I thought my night was over.
Come on, coach.
Number 3, Interesting to hand it off to him after he just ran like 60 yards, but especially with number 10 as another option, but maybe.
I don't see him in on this play, so he may have tapped out.
Soft coverage off to the left by Round Valley.
Number 12, they're bringing the pressure. They're going to throw it. Oh.
Ooh.
That ball kind of got out on a quack. It wasn't thrown real well on that, but it was well behind the receiver.
It's a little wounded duck. If number 11 didn't have to stop and slow down and stop his momentum running across, he might have had a shot at it. It was at his depth, but he couldn't change direction and get work back to it. Yeah, he was about 1.5 yards away from it when it decided to come back down to the earth.
They have a nice little duo combo here as quarterback options. Does Page. Both of them seniors, so they will be moving on after this year. Back to throw. He's going to throw it down to the end zone to number 4, touchdown.
Elevates, goes right over the top of number 24. That's good for the score.
20-yard touchdown. Is there a flag here?
There's a flag in the backfield.
Uh-oh.
That's against Round Valley.
If we get a hit on the quarterback after I didn't watch.
Maybe. I didn't see. I was watching the ball flutter down the field. Yeah, it looks like he second late.
Brody getting there just a little bit late. Page gets the touchdown, 20-yard touchdown strike to number 4, Ashton Penrod, if I'm remembering right. They're going to go for 2. Shirley back, received the snap, and it rolls back to him, and he's going to be met again by Brody Ziegler.
Well, hey, make a big play to atone for that last discretion. Thank you, Brody. Appreciate it. And here we go, getting ready to receive the ball. We're going to see another kick return.
So are they going to kick it, or are they going to try to squib it to us?
Yeah, it looks like the squid game is pretty strong.
With the 15-yard penalty, what are you losing?
It's true. Might as well go for the extra possession.
Number 14 for the Sand Devils. Colin Joe back out there doing the kicking duties. He was quarterback for most of the first half.
This year, the schools would like to highlight Jason Hobson of the FFA program and Brian Cattell of Elks, Inc.
Still have the starting receiving crew back out there, getting them the work that is much needed as we prepare for the final game of the season and moving into the playoff picture.
Yeah, I hope it goes deep because I love watching number 11 return. He's shifty.
We're not taking any chances. We're going to stack that line up close and let Mr. Walker pick his way through if the ball goes deep. It's interesting to me how wide they line these guys up out here on the sideline, just right at the hash. I don't know if they're trying to sneak one in for teams that don't pay attention. They kick it to him.
Try to mask it a little. All right.
Gonna toe poke it down to about the 5-yard line.
I'm going to get my wish.
Here comes the return. Walker with it. Walker trying to get it on the right side. Beats number 40. Going to get just on the other side of the 20-yard line. First down.
Number 2, Connor Peterson, sophomore.
Excellent work making number 40 miss, unfortunately. He was wrapped up quickly thereafter, but like I said, I love watching him return those balls.
Fantastic play last week in Winslow. Gets the pick 6.
Indeed.
Congratulations going out there to Dalvin Walker.
.28 seconds left in this Sierra Propane third quarter. Looks like we're going to get at least one playoff before they switch ends of the field.
And we've got new players out there, and we'll start throwing numbers at you.
Oh, my goodness. Who's that at quarterback? Is that 22? That's 22.
He hand off to Jose Leon. We got Whiting out here as
Brent
a
Walker?
receiver. Brenton Walker is the quarterback.
There we go.
Third quarter of play here in the dome.
Brenton.
Your Round Valley Elks lead 50 to 12.
All right, they're getting ready to switch ends of the field. And White Mountain Off-Road wanting to help you switch it up in your spare time and enjoy yourself. Hey, if you want an ATV or UTV getaway, book with White Mountain Off-Road now for 2023. Hey man, they've got a whole fleet of those ATVs and UTVs. They've got 6-seaters, they've got trailers, kayaks, paddle boards. They do helmet, trailer rentals, the whole 9 yards. Give them a call. They will set you up for some fun here in the White Mountains.
Already taking reservations for 2023.
Yes, sir.
Closer than I want it to be.
I know. I don't know where this year went, but somewhere.
Okay, we're going to get some more numbers on the far side at the top. Number 16, according to the roster, that's Kamari Govan. Number 1, I think, that's Kellen Greer. Put that out there with him. Brent Walker, quarterback. Jose Leon. Down here on the bottom is Trace Whiting. Walker's going to pitch it out to Leon. Oh, Leon gets a stiff arm, and he's still up.
My goodness, what a tough run there.
If you have an opportunity on a replay, he gives that kid a stiff arm, and the kid was not expecting it.
But wait, you're small. Let's see it here. Pitches it out. Boom! He was not ready for it. Oh.
Looks like we have Nell as the center on this new group. There's some other numbers in here I'm going to get you as I get a chance to see them. I know Brody Finch is out there, and Mr. Pena is out there. Somebody's grabbing right on the top of the helmet, dragging him forward.
Hey, that's good for the first down.
Is that Jose again? It looks like it was.
I believe so. Hey, JV getting it done. Keeping that clock running.
58-40 or 58-51. Ryan Pena 51. Brody Finch number 58.
Nice. Alrighty.
On the far side, I think it's 75. Riley Ray at a guard, and then give me a minute and I'll get that outside tackle. Gonna go on the pitch motion, and Walker's gonna keep that one. Get tripped up.
Looked like he wanted to make a cut, but he was going too forward too fast and ended up just kind of endoing into the dirt.
Jeffrey Cochran coming in on the substitution, it looks like. 76, I think, is that other number. That would be Wyatt Hetrick is the outside tackle on that far side. I think that's all
is
the
that
numbers.
Cochran in the backfield?
Cochran's going to be.
Is he the wide out?
He's typically split out.
Yep. Oh, right off the hands of number 1.
Kellen Greer.
Smothered by number 12 of the defense. Mr. Connor Shirley.
Now, I will tell you that the JV running the ball up at Page on Wednesday was not real successful.
Yeah.
Jose ran as well as he did up there, just on that previous run and stiff arm. Giving the varsity an opportunity to soften him up and then give him a chance to get out there and get some work in.
All right, it's 3rd and long. We're going to see another passing attempt.
We will throw the ball. That looks like a drop.
Snaps on the ground.
You know, I give credit to that young man. He could have hit Walker, and it probably would have been fair, and
he pulled up.
Tagged, you're it.
Yeah.
Jimmy Alvarez holding up.
Well, 4th and a mile. Looks like we're going to get ready for the first Elks punt of the evening. I don't remember us punting it another time.
Yeah, this is the first punt we've had, and we're missing somebody out there. Somebody's not used to being on the field at the moment, and here they come.
Hey, we're punting? When did that happen? Ooh, nice punt. Even better bounce. Excellent punt. Oh, who have I neglected? Hey, Mountain Drip IV Hydration Therapy, mountaindrip.com. Get yourself some vitamins, some minerals through an IV for quick absorption and good recovery. Great for boosting your immune system. Good for muscle recovery, energy support. Hey, man, a high dose of vitamins sounds like a good deal to me. Good for anyone looking for better health. Man, I tried really hard to butcher that sentence. Was successful in that. Athletes, teachers, parents, and grandparents alike. Hey, go down. Mountain Drip IV Hydration Therapy, mountaindrip.com.
I had to finally put my shoes back on after counting my toes. I think that was a 56-yard punt and roll from Riker Marble.
I'll take that. That's a solid punt.
It's not a bad average, is it?
No.
Page
I mean, back in the day, that'd be a good college punt, but they are getting crazy, the college punters these days.
Definitely some kids with some leg strength, and they've been working on that because they can boom.
And they can get it to turn over and just die inside the 5. I mean, it's nice.
So we have looks like we have changes on defense as well. We'll try to get some numbers to you. Kinley Caldwell looks like he's on the near side playing a corner for us. Next to him is Jeffrey Cochran. That number's probably wrong, 32. That number is wrong. That's Gavin Pettit. Cochran is on the other side playing the outside linebacker. Back to throw. They're going to throw right down the middle. And, number 21, Joel Hernandez, had an opportunity at an interception and dropped the ball there.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
When you're not used to handling the ball, sometimes that will sneak up on you. Some of the linemen in there, 75, Riley Ray, 50s. Is that 56?
It was thrown right at him. I would be upset if I was him too. He was kind of just standing there in his area, and it just came right to him.
I think we got 78, Oscar Gutierrez. Everyone but the center.
And that's going to be encroachment. Yep. I didn't see any linemen jump, but I saw 78 cross the line.
56 has to be Cisco. Is not on the roster. But Connor Luker in there, number 10, playing linebackers, and swing the ball out. Jeffrey Cochran's going to come up from the tackle.
Oh, great open field tackle, saving the first down. Hats off to you, Mr. Cochran.
That young man has done that time and time again on the JV level, coming up, taking the hit, putting the hit on. Open field tackle, those are tough to do. He does it well.
It's so pretty. I'm going to watch that one again. Out there. Nope. Nah. Like it. I like it.
Number 44, I think that is Brandon Pena in at one of the safety positions now. Page back to pass. They're going to throw right here to number 10, looking for the first down.
Was that on the ground?
Looks like they picked it up.
Yep.
First down.
I mean, just the other side of the first down marker. Good concentration from that receiver to make sure he got just deep enough.
For their final game of the season, of the regular season, against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, right here in the dome.
So Jordan Elmer looks like he's out there kind of lining out the troops as they're making massive substitutions on the defensive side of the ball. But I think aside from that, we've covered everyone that's had an opportunity to get in there so far.
Yep, and they're playing hard.
They like coming in and playing. They like playing in the varsity game. Gives them a chance to play at a little bit faster speed, and they do well.
Don't forget the Lodge Round Valley High School students.
Page is going to take the snap, roll out. They're looking for the pass. They're going to throw right down the middle. Ooh. Almost looked like Brandon came up with his backside arm. He could have maybe avoided that and got the interception. Nonetheless, incomplete pass. No flags, no foul.
3 minutes, 50 seconds left in this Molly Butler Lodge fourth quarter. You go to Molly Butler Lodge, what do you have to eat?
It's been a while since I've been to Molly Butler's. I'm not even sure. It seems like the times that I've been up there, it's been the steaks.
The prime rib can't go wrong.
No.
Or the special steak and gravy with those French fries that they got. You just dip them in the gravy and have a good time. Yum, yum.
Gonna throw out to number 4 at the first down mark and just off the tip of his fingers. Bring up a third down and 10.
My goodness. Well, it's getting close to that time of year. I know Molly Butler's throws an awesome New Year's Eve party as well. If you guys are looking for somewhere to be, they got good music, great atmosphere. Hopefully it's not snowing, but if it is, they keep it plenty warm in there.
Devils for the shotgun. Looking left side, number 30.
In and out of his hands. Think maybe he heard the footsteps and got a little nervous.
Ran a little crossing route right there, and boy, he put it in a rough spot for that receiver. It's tough to come in there knowing you're going to take the hit and want to catch that ball more than once. Sometimes they may short arm that. Coach, I just couldn't get to it.
Yep, I think that backer coming right across his face before the ball got there kind of broke his concentration and his eye on the ball for just a second. Made it that much tougher to hang on to.
I'm going to go for it on the 4th down here. Down the line, number 4.
Incomplete.
Number 4 has been their go-to guy for the big plays of this evening.
Yep, he went up for it, unable to get hands on it. That's going to be a turnover on the Old Downs.
Ashton Penrod for the Sound Devils. He's had a pretty productive evening at receiver.
Indeed. Minute 14 left on the clock. They're letting it run. We're going to get a handful of plays from scrimmage, but that's going to be about it. This one's about in the books, folks. Score currently 50-12 in favor of your Round Valley Elks. I'd like to thank everyone who has tuned in this evening to enjoy these Elks play some high school football.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but we might see Mr. Gillum. Well, they're going to take a knee, aren't they? Derek Gillum went running out there like he was going to get a chance to run the ball. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Taking a knee.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, next week right here,
Page Sand Devils
is the Round Valley Elks host.
shaking hands with the Elks as both teams will work their way to the 50-yard line. Shake hands after this game.
Thanks for joining us, everybody from Page. Please be safe on your way home. Thanks for joining us and making the drive this way. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe. Make good choices.
The Round Valley Elks, as the time ticks off, takes a victory 50, Page Sand Devils 12. This game was played a little bit earlier than the other games, so we may not have a whole lot of scores to give you as
I
we
know,
wind
I
down
was
here.
getting ready to start checking here. Let's see what I can come up with.
Kids are dancing tonight. Pablo, Riley, Jordan Elmer. Some good sportsmanship going on out there between the Elks and the Sand Devils. That's a tough thing to come in and get roughed up. There were some chippy plays, some hard plays, but in the end, I think the Sand Devils will leave with their heads held up, ready for next game coming up. And Round Valley will be going back to work on Monday as this coaching staff will get the kids ready to play coming up next week.
All right, let's see if there are any interesting scores reported. Nothing too shocking yet. Monument Valley catching the business end of a beating by Sholo. Eastmark is taking it to Coolidge.
Brian Acosta, kickoff. The return. Yeah, you're never gonna Yeah, as we kind of look over the rankings for the state, Round Valley came into the night ranked number 9 behind Florence and Valley Christian. I'm not quite sure how those games are going to go. When I looked at the schedule, we need some help, but I'm not quite sure that we're going to get the help that we need in either of those two games this evening. I do fully expect Sholo to put Monument Valley past him or not put
Travel safe.
Monument Valley past them. They're going to work hard and take care of business up there. I was impressed with Coach Bach a couple weeks ago, talking to him about the Monument Valley game. He made an effort to point out that Coach Begay up there, he feels like they do a fantastic job coaching those kids, teaching them their responsibilities. And it made for a tough win when we went up there. You went up there and you were on your own enough.
Yeah.
You did a fantastic job for the challenges that you faced.
Oh, it doesn't feel like it, but I appreciate that.
But Blue Ridge went up there last week, and I think they ran into that issue. Coach Begay had them ready to play, and they took it to the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets last week.
So Ryan Frazier in the comments, this is 35 minutes ago, says that Winslow is ahead of Blue Ridge 13-7. That was to start the second quarter, so they probably wrapped up the second quarter, heading into the third. It'll be interesting to see how that one comes out.
I wonder where that game is.
I believe it is in, I was just looking at it. It is in progress.
It's in Blue Ridge.
It's in Blue Ridge, yep.
Blue Ridge came into the game ranked. They're right on the border. They're ranked number 16. And so I know they needed to win out to be able to give them an opportunity to head into the playoffs. So that's big.
They both need this win.
That's
they
big.
really do. So that's the game I'm looking at tonight. You know, interconference game for us. You know, help shape things up. We still have to play the Yellow Jackets next week. Button, there is the button. Big shout out to Lackey Reynolds bringing us this post-game coverage. Wes is going down looking for some interview action. I'm going to get things lined up here to receive such things. Sorry, I cannot talk and do all this computer stuff at the same time. I'm sure Wes could, but I'm not Wes. As many people try to call me Wes, still not Wes. Doesn't work that way. So let's look at some defensive stats tonight. Where is my tab? Dashboard. 8 total sacks by the Elks tonight. 2 interceptions. 31 tackles, 16 assists. No fumbles. You know,
8 sacks. Getting
8
after the quarterback tonight. Fantastic job.
You know, wanting to throw the ball and just not letting them, keeping the pressure on. They got some yards, but they didn't get a lot of scores. They had 1 passing touchdown. Were both their touchdowns passing?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, I remember now. I don't know why they hand me microphones. I don't remember anything. So, Elks offensively tonight, we're looking at about 143 yards rushing tonight, an average of 7.5 yards a carry. That'll get it done each and every week. Team passing 194 yards.
It seems like those were the first half.
15. Yeah.
For the passing anyway, because we were almost at the 15-yard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me refresh this. Yeah, so rushing, I mean, we were at 70 some odd yards, so we definitely upped that. I know we had some passes in the second half, so not sure what happened there. Oh, well, those are your short stop stats. Short stop stats. Alliteration seems like a good idea until you try it. Big shout out to Shortstop. Thank you. Hey, they got the Spirit pumps every Friday. Go down, fuel up, use those pumps, give back to the school.
Now, is that every Friday only, or is it every day?
It's every day. It's every day now.
Just checking on that.
Hey, nobody tells me nothing.
Give you some other information. It looks like the volleyball team will be back in the Dome tomorrow to play Mini Farms. Next week, they will travel up to Mini Farms to finish out that series, and then we will finish the season the 26th of October here in the Dome against the Sholo Cougars. It looks like the 2A North region tournament is scheduled to be played here in the Dome next weekend. So the volleyball team is still has some work to do. I have not looked at the seedings, rankings. I think they're on the outside with a slight chance of getting in, but that tournament will give them an opportunity. I believe our other opportunities as far as boys and girls soccer, I think we're done for the season. We're going to roll in here right in the last week. They'll probably have a short break, and then a lot of these kids are going to roll into basketball and wrestling coming up.
Oh, wrestling. I love it.
Talked to Coach Salazar here a week or so ago. He had a few things to get ready in preparation for the kids coming out, but he was ready and he was excited to start a new wrestling season. And there's some anticipation with the girls, because we have boys and girls team.
Yep.
Getting some additional wrestlers, and they are pumped and ready to go. I think Coach Finch is the one that will be leading them and leading their way.
Top 24 make it to state in volleyball, so maybe
Top 24 in volleyball make it to state, so I'm going to take a quick look over at the rankings. It's really hard because the AIA has football bumped up to 3A, but everything else we're in 2A, so when you start looking around, sometimes you're looking in
Flipping back and forth.
Yeah, you're in a division that we're not in. Let's see, that's the standings. I want the rankings. And I looked, St. John's is ranked at number 10. We are ranked at number 22, so right on the bubble. I would imagine that they have a similar, your division or your region champions get a seat. So that puts us really probably at risk there. We need to win these games, last 3 games of the season, to give us an opportunity. And then ultimately the region playoffs, I think, will go a long ways in helping those girls as well.
Indeed. Best of luck to the girls. Excited to see what they can do after their excellent performance last year. Sure, get on here, Steven. Why not? It's been a minute or two.
Yeah, it's been a few.
Great to have you back. A bright pink shirt helping out with the halftime festivities.
Yep, that was kind of fun. Had some good kids help out, made it easier on me.
Indeed. Now, for our adjustment of the game, brought to you by Winslow McNeil Chiropractor at White Mountain Chiropractic, we felt like the adjustment for Round Valley was to come out and really attack through the air, something they haven't done a lot this season, really relied on that option scheme. How do you see it? Do you think that's a big adjustment they made tonight, or?
Yeah, it does a couple of things. I mean, we're going to run the ball. That's what we're built to do. But by doing that, it gets film out there. So Blue Ridge and other teams that we're going to meet at state, they're going to have to be like, hey, they can throw the ball. We've got to, it just gives them more things they have to prepare for. Takes practice time away, so, and we can throw the ball pretty well. Our passing game has developed over the season.
Indeed. I mean, especially if we give Riker time, he's able to get that ball down the field. Looks like we're getting close to having some interviews from Wesley. Let's see if he gets us to the call here in just a second. I will patiently.
Is that Chepe he's got down there?
Hello.
Can you hear us, Ethan?
I hear you loud and clear, Wesley.
All right, guys, we're joined tonight by special teams. We wanted to talk a little bit about special teams tonight. And so do me a favor, if you would, introduce yourself to the stream and tell us 2 fun facts about yourself.
Well, first of all, my name is Brian Acosta. 2 fun facts. I don't know, I just like sports.
All right, 2 fun facts about Kevin. Tell me 2 cool things about this guy.
He kicks pretty cool.
Okay. What else?
Drives a nice truck.
Drives a nice truck. All right. Introduce yourself, sir, and give me 2 fun facts about this gentleman right here.
Hi, my name is Sam Flores. Fun fact about him is that he did that kick return, got it in the end zone, and he's a hard worker.
All right, so talk us through opening play. Walk us through what happened there.
So I just saw 2 people hitting head-to-head. Ball comes up to me. I just pick it up and all that.
How'd it feel? Tell us how it feels.
Oh, it felt cool. Felt amazing.
All right. So talk to us a little bit about the role that special teams plays. I mean, all too often we're talking to the quarterback, we're talking to the wide receivers. But tell me about the role that special teams plays in Elks football.
Pretty much to tell us to, I don't know. I guess it's a big role.
Okay.
I guess it's a big role because, I mean, even if we're losing by 1 point, a field goal could make a difference or not. Or even touchdown or onside kick to make a big old difference.
Every play, every point absolutely matters, right? And special teams is where a lot of that makes a difference, where it can be 1 point or a good punt or a field goal that absolutely makes the difference, right? And so, favorite play besides that situation, was there a special play, or is there a play that we did on special teams that you really enjoyed this evening, besides your obvious return for 6 points?
Well, the second one, it was on hands. We kind of got it up the field, at least like 20 yards. I thought it was going to be a touchdown. I thought that was pretty cool, too.
Right on, right on. Kevin, talk to us about that 52-yard attempt. It was going to be 57, or no, it wasn't going to be 57. We hard counted it and got you to 52. But how close was it? Because our perspective, unfortunately, up top is not a good angle to see how close it was to the upright. So tell us about it.
Well, it was pretty close. It almost got in there. I've been working from this season because I've had a few tries from the 50 to break the school record. I haven't gotten there yet, but I think we'll get it.
Right on. It had the distance, right? It looked like it was well high enough. It was just a little bit to the left?
Yeah, it was just a little bit to the left.
All right. Well, it must have been the wind that got you tonight. A little bit of wind messed you up. Hey, guys, any shout-outs, any love that you want to get? Anybody that watches the live streams that you want to give some love to tonight?
Well,
nobody over here. All right. Somebody text this boy, tell him they watched his crazy return tonight on the live stream. Kevin, how about you? Any shout-outs, any love you want to give?
To Rusty for being a good kicker from middle school.
Oh, right here. Cameraman to Rusty McBride. I won't say his other nicknames right now because he's getting a little red. Guys, going into our last game of the regular season, any thoughts as Blue Ridge comes here next week?
I don't know. I just think they're a tough team. We're gonna play good.
I think it's going to be a good way to end the season. Kevin, any thoughts from you?
I think it's going to be a good way to end the season. I mean, we're going to work hard this week to get the win, and then I guess get a few field goals.
That's it. These next two games really are pivotal because it's going to line up where we stand for the playoffs, right? And so the win tonight, we'll see where the rankings are on Tuesday, and then we've got to do the same for Blue Ridge because we're obviously looking for that first-round home game here in 2 weeks. So, guys, from the Dome, some special teams love tonight. Mr. Acosta, Mr. Flores, back up top to you guys. This is Let's Go Elks.
Thanks, Wes. All right, bringing it back home to us. Wes with another excellent interview. I think this is the one I want. So, looking at the rankings as they were going into this game, I think we're almost going to need a little bit of help from other teams not performing in the last two.
Yeah.
Because we got both Page, Blue Ridge around that 15, 16 slot. When you're number 9, doesn't give you a whole lot of extra points.
We're about a half point back.
Yep.
And we need Florence to choke next week. I'd be surprised if they lost tonight. I think they had ALA Ironwood. Next week they have Santan Valley, and that's a shot. That could be a decider right there. We got to win out and hope they lose, or somebody above them.
Indeed, which I've been told I say constantly, but I do. So I'm sorry. I'm going to keep saying it because I know no other way. Scott, how you feeling about the team and their chances going into the playoffs here? Getting ready. One more game gets us there. Looking like we got a real good shot at a first-round home game. I'd like to not travel.
We have a home field advantage here. Any team that comes here, aside from the mountain teams, we have an elevation advantage, and then we're just used to playing in here. We would love to have that first game here. It's going to be tough. We're going to, it's a hard draw right now. But I agree. I'm not sure if Steven said it earlier or you, but our passing game has gotten better over the year. Riker's got more comfortable with the receivers. He has a new group of receivers or kids that he's thrown to this year as opposed to last year. They have different skill sets as far as where they line up, and we use them. And it's taken us a while to get used to it, but I think they're getting comfortable in how we can use them and be effective. That's fun to see. I'm excited that we have an opportunity to face Blue Ridge in the final game of the season to give us that opportunity. We do need help somewhere. If we're going to get a first-round home game, we need help. I really would be really excited if we were ranked number 6. I don't think we're going to make it up that high because we're just not. I do expect tonight Thatcher to beat number 6, Sabino, but I don't think that's going to be enough to drop them down much at all. But I'm just looking ahead. That first round of the playoff, it's fun and it's exciting. That second round of the playoff, if we're number 8, we're going to be facing either number 1 or number 2. And so that's going to be a tough ride no matter who it is. Yeah. Eastmark is fantastic. They pass the ball. They throw the ball really well. We've already seen Thatcher and know what they can do, and they've only gotten better over the year. But the coaching staff, they've kept with it. We've refined things. We've moved players around, both on the line, secondary. We're continually looking for opportunities to get better, and the Elks have responded. They've done well.
Indeed. We've got number 8, Mojave, up big at halftime over their opponent tonight. So not going to see much movement there, doesn't look like. And no current score on Sabino Thatcher.
Number 8's Florence.
Sorry, I was on Max Preps.
Yeah. Okay.
AIA has it as Florence. Mojave's number 10 on AIA, so there's always a little bit of discrepancy.
Valley Christian is a team that we potentially, the 2 teams they play this tonight and next week have to win to make it to the playoffs. So they have some motivation to play well, and so that's another team that potentially we could have a shot at passing.
And Valley Christian came into the season ranked, at least by Richard Obert with the Arizona Republic, as the number 1. And Sholo kind of took that away from them. They've had some struggles this season, and they've kind of dropped down in there. Now, when you look at the top, we're still waiting for West to come back up here.
Thanks, Steven. Appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks for letting me get on a little bit.
You're welcome. Will do.
There are 5 or 6 teams in our division that are pretty good. Thatcher is tough. They are undefeated. Eastmark, they throw the ball extremely well. Coach Molinar, and I think his son is a quarterback, Molinar down there. They throw the ball. Push Ridge, I have the feeling, throws the ball just like that. I haven't had a chance to watch them. We've seen Sholo. We know what they can do. Haven't seen Paradise Honors. I'm not sure that they have kind of faced the scheduling challenges that we have or some of the other teams have done. Sabino is getting, if they're going to make their mark, tonight is the night because they play Thatcher. Valley Christian, we know they throw the ball well. Florence, I don't know anything about. So
well, all I see on Florence is they are up 2 scores going into the third quarter in their game tonight, and they're ranked just ahead of us, a half a point. So I guess we need to start rooting for the ALA Warriors so that they can make a comeback. But yeah, I don't know anything about that Florence team.
And S. West makes his way up here. So is there any other posts somebody's made as far as the Blue Ridge or updates on that Blue Ridge game? Have you seen?
I will check the comment section as I go back here. Blue Ridge was up at halftime, 21-19. That was as of 11 minutes ago. So that one heating up.
So that they're an hour behind us, so that makes sense. Yep. I expect Blue Ridge to win that game. The fact that it's a 2-point or what is it, 3-point game?
It's a 2-point game right now.
2-point game at halftime kind of surprises me. Nevertheless, we're just going to assume for the sake of conversation that they do win that game tonight. That brings Blue Ridge and Round Valley next week. And Blue Ridge, I've talked about them before, they have a young man at quarterback, Luke. I think his last name is Berlin. He doesn't look like a freshman quarterback. I've seen a lot of freshman games this year. There's nobody on the mountain that looks like him. Tall kid, throws the ball well. They don't run him a lot. Just looking at him, he looks like he's very athletic. but I think they kind of conserve, we're not going to have you run a lot this year.
Don't want to hurt him as a freshman.
Don't want to hurt him as a freshman, let him develop. I know that on the Blue Ridge side, they've lost kind of their deep threat. David Simmons broke his leg in a football game 3 weeks ago. Kind of lost that deep threat, but they still have a running back, Jay Spartan, that runs well behind that line, and they have some receivers over there. So we have some work to do this week. Wes is joining us as we start to wind down here.
You guys are talking about halftime of other games, like that 1 hour. That does a lot to you. Right now, games, everybody's in the middle of it, and we're in post-game. Right now, we're wrapping up here in the Lackey Reynolds post-game show.
Yeah, running clock in the second half and an hour head start, get you home early. I appreciate it.
I was actually a little surprised at the stall in what seemed like offensive aggressiveness early in the second quarter. I don't know if that was orchestrated, because I think we see the 42-point get extended into the third quarter just to allow more playing time. Because bottom line, if we're not playing, we're not learning, we're not getting ready for the playoffs, right? So to a certain extent, you don't just want to wham-bam the 42 points and have that clock run the entire second half. But we still saw Walker get some play time. I saw Cochran with some play time. I think Greer I announced at least once. So freshmen getting some playing time. Here against the Sand Devils here in the Dome. Sorry, I was just thinking special teams. That's all I got on my brain, and so there's nothing else. There's nothing else going on.
Brian Acosta starting us off early with that 50, well, wasn't quite 50-yard kickoff return on the muffed onside kick attempt. From up here, it looked like perfect kick. They have a chance to hop on the ball, and all of a sudden, Brian's headed that way with the ball.
Well, and that was an aggressive way to do an onside, because I was caught in the confusion. I'm like, there's like 8 Sand Devils right there ready to snag the ball, and I was anticipating the turnover. I thought they were going to get the ball back, and then out of nowhere, just shoots out this side, and there's nobody around. He says apparently 2 people hit. Did you hear him in the interview? 2 people hit, and he's like, and then there was the ball. And so I just went for it. So it was a great run, great way to start the game. I mean, we've talked about momentum shifting, and that was momentum setting, I think, right? Oh, Ethan, you got is this the opening play right here?
This is going to be the opening kickoff to start this game.
He's going to cue it up, so we got a little bit of time here. Man, that seems so long ago. That was 6 o'clock right there. We were getting ready to go here in the Dome. Man, those lights, the LEDs that they put in just make a world of difference for the coloring. And we don't have this nice dark patch that we had in Winslow last week. That was a situation for sure. So
the fog of war.
So Scott, on the field, how much impact did that have? That dark quarter of the field.
It is so hard, and sometimes you don't realize it when you're taking pictures till you get home and you pull them up. You can see them on your little screen on the back of your camera, but you can't really see it until you load it on your computer. And I got home, and I had that fantastic picture of Dallin on the interception, and it's dark. I didn't go in and edit it or do anything with it, but it was dark. So that one bank just makes a huge impact when you lose that.
Well, and I really feel like we were literally looking straight in to that bank. Oh, here we go.
Wham!
So Loewy's left and right. Where's the ball? And he's off to the races. That's a way to start a football game, right? And it's that kind of fun momentum that I think really would be pivotal against Blue Ridge. If you can open it up and just do that, it'd be a fantastic way to start the game in a week from now.
Congratulations again going out to Brian Acosta on that opening kickoff. Fantastic return. We were kind of in shock up here watching it, and then he squirts out.
Running like he stole it.
I'm glad you guys are saying that too, because over there I'm the same thing. I'm like, I don't know who's got the ball.
I thought for sure they were going to call it down, but he was gone, and the refs were like, we're doing this.
So talking about ref calls, it felt like there was a fair amount of penalties, a lot of penalties. Yeah. What did the stats tell us? It seemed like it was more I felt like the Elks had a lot more penalties. How did things actually land? Because I haven't had a chance to look at the numbers.
So it was more for the Elk.
Penalties against the Elks, I guess. That makes it sound like it was in favor of the Elks.
We didn't get
total
stats
yardage
on the penalties.
Well, I know
total yardage, but
on that first scoring drive, we gave them 30 yards when they drove down the field.
Boom, boom.
We gave them 30 yards, and then they threw it into the corner of the end zone over there. That had a big impact.
And then we had 2 here when we had the ball, and we got shoved from at least midfield all the way back into the red zone, right? And so 2 times, 2 really big changes of possession. And it seemed like it was a lot of penalties against the Elks. And so I think, I don't know if you guys have talked adjustments, but that would definitely be something I'd be looking at film is, are those little mistakes that we were making? Was this just a different crew and it was us getting dialed into how they were officiating? I don't know the answer. It's definitely different watching the game from over there than it is with screens and doing the live stream thing. So it would be something I guess I would look at as a coach is what do we do to help minimize those penalties?
Yeah, as we move forward, we've got to get rid of those killer penalties, 15 yards, and then you double it up.
A lot of them, too.
Yeah.
A fair amount of holding calls. There was a lot of 10-yard calls as well. And those I feel like were more balanced. I feel like there was holding both ways. There was a lot of 10-yard exchanges there, but it seemed like those personal fouls. We had a block in the back tonight. There were a few things like that were big penalties.
Yeah, I mean, as we were watching that first successful drive of the Sand Devils unfold, we're saying, hey, coach has got to get on top of those penalties because you're going to let him back in this game. The Elks helped keep that drive alive with those penalties and got him in the end zone. That could have been a serious momentum shift, and I think coach got right back on top of it, settled him down, told him, hey, I like the energy, keep it up. I mean, we still had some kind of silly, unsportsmanlike after plays that we need to clean that up, but you got to let the boys go out there and play with that fire and that passion and keep bringing that energy, but you got to find a way to balance it and not get those penalties.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. So a little bit of polish, a little bit of board time, a little bit of video time as we go into the last game of the regular season as the Round Valley Oaks get ready to face off against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets here in the Dome.
Pass game looked nice tonight.
Yeah, on point. I think we've dialed that in. I think it's definitely more than what we've seen in the past. Yep. Scott, do you anticipate a big pass game coming from Blue Ridge? You're saying they're not running that quarterback a lot. Do you anticipate a lot of pass game then coming from the Yellow Jackets?
I do. They'll run behind Barton a lot, but they'll let Berlin throw. And he throws a lot of short stuff, but every once in a while they'll squeak you right down the seam and pass it. And, I think this year we're going to be okay. We're going to have an opportunity to take care of that young man. In years coming up, he's going to be a thorn in the side of a lot of teams.
So we've got to look at who we have underclassmen-wise, who we've got coming up as well that's going to have to match.
We've got some fantastic, 8th grade freshman group. We got some fantastic talent coming up. We may still be a year away from that, but Berlin's going to be an issue for teams coming up in the future. But I think this year coaches will be able to put in a scheme to kind of keep pressure on him. With the 2 games that I've watched, they haven't got a lot of pressure on him. We put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They're going to find ways to put pressure on him and kind of get him moving and uncomfortable in the pocket.
So everything that I'm hearing from you is a lot of pressure on our D-line and our secondary. A lot of it's going to rest on that, and obviously the isolated, the coverage in the backside for the defense too. But it sounds like a ton of pressure on how quickly Round Valley will adapt and change and evolve their defense to match this quick pass defense that we may see from Blue Ridge.
I think they will, and then I think they'll do well. I think the coaches will have them lined out where they need to be. However, Coach Hathcock is an impressive coach. Last year when you looked at what they had, what they lost, and the adjustments they made, essentially changing your offensive program 4 games into the season to what they did, it was incredible to kind of watch that just as a fan of football, not as a fan of what he does. But he'll have some wrinkles that causes problems.
You have to be able to evolve and adjust. Unfortunately, he had to do that around a number of players. And we've talked about our roster depth before, is you have to have a few players deep because you can't run every single thing around one player or look what happens. And we've seen that happen in years past because sometimes in specialty positions we're not at the depth that we would want to be, right? And so again, yeah, kudos for they were able to adjust and make the season that they did for sure.
You bring up an interesting point. When we watched the St. John's game here in the Dome earlier in the season, some of the feedback or some of the comments that I heard after the game was, okay, it was Riker left, Riker right. Basically it was the Riker show.
It was the marble show.
I think we're a much more balanced team with what we do. He still is fantastic, throwing the ball, running the ball, and doing what he does. But we're more balanced, and teams have to focus a little bit more on just where's Riker at the moment.
I feel like we saw a more on-point Riker this evening. You talk about the offense being there, and I really feel like a large chunk of that does get attributed to how he was able to run the offense and keep things balanced and cool under pressure when there was pressure in the backfield. But I think you're right. I don't think our offense is a one-man band and a one-man show. Kyle Clark has really stepped up. We've seen a lot of good stuff from him this year. He's got some good runs, a number of the Round Valley offense. It's interesting not saying Trayson Merrill now, with him with a 54 being moved to the offensive line, because that's somebody else that we have seen in the past be an offensive threat as well, because he's 9.5 foot tall. He can just be like, oh yeah, hand me the ball, I'll just reach over the top of everybody else, right? So yes, I'm excited for next week. I'm not excited for the regular season to be over, but it's sure going to be interesting in the next 10 days or so to see how things shake up for the first round of the playoffs here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot. We're right on the bubble, and we may be the odd man out. We may be traveling, but we hope to win next week, win tonight, win next week, we can slide in there.
We'll try to have a little more conjecture for you, a little more gossip, a little more, our thoughts when it comes to it, because Tuesday we'll see the new rankings hit one more time. And we'll see, where are we at on the bubble? Did we slide up one? Are we still in the same place? And then again, we've got to start looking against the bracket of, if we are 9, where are we going? If we are 8, who's coming, right? I mean, we got to see. And I guess 9 and 8 are the same thing. It's just going to be who plays where, right? The way that those two line up. But
the only good thing I see from the AIA standpoint is the 3 teams ahead of us. We have a much higher strength of schedule rating than they do. I mean, we're at a 5.9. Going against a -0.6, a 3.1, and a 3.2.
They just have a better record than us right now. They're all 6-1 or 6-2, with us being 5-3.
They've got an extra win, but we've got strength of schedule.
So we've got to see what happens to Sabino Valley Christian and Florence tonight, right? If they were to get losses tonight, that's definitely going to help us, being now 6-4, hopefully 7-4 a week from now.
And that Sabino's playing Thatcher tonight.
7-3, by the way, when we end the regular season. So you said Florence and Sabino are playing?
No, Sabino and Thatcher.
Sabino and Thatcher, okay.
So I'm anticipating Sabino may beat them, but I think Thatcher will win, and so that's going to really kind of cue this kind of up in here.
So that would make them even with us. That'd be 2 6-3 records. Then at that point, maybe sliding them. We'll see what shakes up there. Again, too much conjecture right at this point. We got this shuffle to make. The game's happening now. We'll talk about it next Friday, and then we've got to wait 3 whole days for the actual thing to fall so we can see what's happening on Friday. So that'll bring our playoff coverage for Let's Go Elks. Media rights agreements and everything else. That just made my brain hurt. So we're going to leave on that note, because we got a lot of stuff to put away. We got to get out of here tonight. But a big thanks to all of our crew tonight. We had Miss Loie Hunt and Tom with us on the main camera right behind me, over by me all night, putting up with my commentary on and off the microphone. Rustin McBride, Gareth Holiday, and Alex McBride down on the field camera tonight, working the magic that way. Mr. Scott Madrid here on the mic, with Ethan Holiday running the switcher and all the buttons in the OBSs. And the Davises, we got involved doing a little bit of stat work for us tonight. And so literally it takes a village, and we shake it up a little bit every time. But guys, huge thanks to you, all of you that have stuck with us, that watched the broadcast with us tonight. So from the Dome here on Friday evening, as everybody else is still in 3rd and 4th quarter grinds, I'm Wes McBride.
I'm Ethan Holiday.
I'm Scott Madrid.
You guys be safe. Have a good weekend and make good choices. You've been watching Let's Go Elks.